right, what is up, everybody? What is up? How is everybody doing today, man? You already should know how it go. It is your boy B back with another video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, man, make sure you guys like, comment, and of course subscribe. If you don't know who I am, my name is Brandon Jones, and I specialize in helping you make an extra income. And today, guys, we're going to be talking and focusing mainly on eBay. All right. So shout out to everybody that is watching now and watching later. I have a special surprise. I think that I'm gonna start doing this in general until I can't anymore. But guys, we've been on a wonderful journey. And the AirPod replica journey has been very interesting. But a lot of people are finding themselves in a position to where they're either banned or they are just in a position to where they don't know how to get their accounts back. And we're going to talk about that today. We're going to talk about listing. We're going to talk about revising. In the last live, I got to ask a really, really good question, which was, how do I know how many times to list a product? How do I know exactly if this product is working? And that had me thinking, got me thinking, how many people out there are actually listing products and just sitting on that listing or listing products and it's not working and they don't know what to do after? Like, they're just like, oh my God, like I'm trying, but that it doesn't really matter. Like, you can try, you can list, but if it doesn't sell, it sort of kind of is invalid. Like, it doesn't matter, right? You can have a whole product box, and if nothing in that product box sells, then you're out of $155, right? So as you guys know, I like to always recap. That's just me. And recapping is, of course, we have wesply.com. That is We Supply. That's the acronym for my business, We Supply. This is a wholesale website. Now, what is coming new to this website, guys, is we will be allowing people to actually just shop on here. I'm going to use this site to where I'll sell regular products as well for regular prices. But if you want to get wholesale prices, you have to log in. Okay. So, prime example right now, if you go and try to get anything, let's just say a vendor box, you have to sign in. And a lot of people, for some reason, don't understand what this is. Yo, what's up? I'm doing good, bro. How are you? A lot of people don't understand what this is. They're like, oh my God, I just get a screen. Yeah, you're getting a screen because you literally have to sign in order to see products. But what I'll start to do is allow people to just buy products in general, and you won't see the wholesale price, and these prices will go even lower. So that's what my team is working on as well. The Hustler vendor box, that is the regular price. That price is going to always be what the price is, which is that 155. It may go up, may not. What the? Oh, look at that. Log in with the email now. The 155. Shout out to everybody that has got the vendor box. I still call it the product box. Believe it or not, Shopify made me actually switch the way I said it. Even I don't use Shopify anymore. But they were like, yeah, saying product box is against terms and policies. So I don't usually say product box. I say vendor box. This is a store in a box, right? 42 products. I saw a comment on one of my videos from my guy, Andy. He said, what did he say? He said something like, 42 products is like 5 weeks worth of products that you can actually list. And that is true. Shout out to you, Andy. I know you're probably not watching because you're busy right now, but that was a really, really good point. I'm trying to see actually if I can pull it up because it was really, really good. Just to hear somebody actually thinking of it in that way. Because you have a lot of people, they're thinking of products as liabilities, and a product is not a liability, right? Does your second Discord account have a... No, I don't have any other Discord at all. So yeah, I don't have no other Discord at all. That's the only Discord that I currently have. All right. So guys, when we go and hop into this eBay wave, right? First, I got a short coming out about the $6 cases that we have. So this is the case, prime example, on my phone. And also this is the privacy glass on my phone too, right? So the reason I'm showing you guys this is because what I want to do is I actually want to start showing off the products. I use all of my products. That is one way that you can start selling too. I don't want to just be that person that teaches you how to sell on eBay, but not teach you how to sell customer facing. Customer facing is very important. Um, so before I even start talking about unbanding and eBay, I feel like I would be doing a dishonor to you if I didn't express to you how important it is to make sure that you're not just relying on any selling app. Also, make sure you are selling in person. That is the end all be all. Now, what I also want to do, and I think this is the proper time to do it. Well, yeah, because we're in the 7-minute mark. What I want to do is I actually have a discount code for you guys. For whoever is watching this at this time, I have a code that I want to actually share with you. Now, this code is only good for today, and this code is only for the first 3 people that use it. Okay. First 3 people that use it will get this code. Now, I have no way of holding it. I have no way of fixing it because let me actually make it go live right now. Um, but this is the code, okay? And the code is right here. This is for the mentorship, and we're going to cover what that mentorship is. Now, why am I doing this? I'm doing this because what I do realize is that we have some young people. I have had from our last live, I had a few young individuals that were like, yeah, I want to do this. I want to do the mentorship, but I don't have the money. I don't have the capital. Listen, it's not about the money per se to me, but it is about the money as well. Because again, if I am mentoring people, it takes a lot of effort, a lot of time, a lot of care, and frustration sometimes. And again, you have to be willing. So regular, I've decreased the mentorship a lot to like $100, but you'll get that 50% off with this code down below. Only 3 people though, no more. Okay. What does the mentorship include? Free classes. We have 2 classes a week. Okay. I have 2 classes with my mentees a week. Then you get unlimited course access. So we have the phone flipping course and we have the product reselling course. We also will be having more courses coming out. You get unlimited access. So that access does not change. It is standard. Okay. Next, free book calls. Okay. You can book calls whenever you want as a mentee. There is no limit. Okay. So expert led classes. This is our extra classes. So I do run like a secret class per se every week. It changes depending on the day and my availability. You'll be invited to that. The learning aspect, you guys already know. We're flexible. Personalized support. You can text me whenever you need for help, community engagement. We do have that Discord as well and a private Discord channel. Some guy called Educated Hustler 1 added and texted me on Discord today asked him if it's you because the way he was typing seemed a bit off, but he said that it's your second account. Yeah, no. So the beautiful thing about growing, and I want to shout you guys out. I want to shout all of my supporters out. That's number one, right? The beautiful thing about growing is that comes with it, the whole duplicate accounts and all that stuff, right? But one thing I want to say that I want to thank you guys for, everybody that is subscribing to Hustler Taught Me, thank you so much. Not that I don't care about Educated Hustler. I do, right? It means a lot to me, that platform as well. But this platform is special to me because, again, I've been pouring everything into this platform. As you guys see, I upload a lot on this channel. And everybody that showed me support, thank you. And now, yes, people are even on Instagram. If you guys haven't already, follow me on Instagram, Educated Hustler on Instagram, and Hustler Taught Me on Instagram. All right. But yeah, I only have 1 account on Discord, only have 2 accounts on YouTube, and only 2 accounts on Instagram. Don't send no money to nobody. I never ask people for money or anything like that. You guys know my website. It's nothing other than what I say on this video, and that's it. You know what I mean? People are weird. That's just how it is. But yeah, so this mentorship, definitely the first 3 that do this code, and I already see 1 person that has taken the code. We are streaming on Twitch. We're streaming on 2 YouTube channels and also Instagram. All right. So shout out to everybody watching. Now let's talk about this, right? So what triggered this video was me going to my Discord, which I often do. I try to be as active on my Discord as possible. But again, I want to make sure I'm giving everybody the quality that I am promising. So I'm like an octopus. I'm everywhere, right? And I saw this message and I wanted to actually address this, right? Because it's a really, really good point. The person in the Discord said he needed help, and this was what he needed help with. Let's analyze this message and let's talk about this, because I know a lot of people are restricted from eBay. Some people are banned. They don't know the difference. They don't know how to get out of it. They want to know, how can I help? So number one, it says, please allow us to explain what information we still need. Documentation that shows that you purchased the items recently listed for your sales on eBay. Documentation that will help us verify your items can include either manufacturer invoices or receipts. Unfortunately, we will be unable to accept photos of the items to fulfill this requirement. Note, this documentation must show your supplier's information, items purchased, quality purchased, price per unit, and your payment information. Items/orders we need documents for. Prada items, Dyson items. We appreciate you taking the time and effort to compile this information. Please upload the above request information to follow link. Blah, blah, blah. Then they said, click on blah, 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 and give you the instructions. Now, a lot of people are getting this. Now, the Prada and Dyson items, why are they requesting for those? So what happens is, right, when you're selling on eBay, whether it's replicas, whether it's any type of designer, when it's certain items that you're literally listing wrong. And what I mean by listing wrong is you didn't prime your account, so you just started listing, and it all obviously is BS. Like, there's not real Prada products. Or let's say you have a large quantity of Google Chromebooks. They're going to end up, as you continue to sell them, asking you, hey, what's your manufacturer? What's your inventory count? Give us an invoice. This is where a lot of people get stuck. Now, why do they get stuck here? They get stuck because a lot of people don't understand. And a lot of people don't understand that there is a method that you must approach with eBay now. The method is that you cannot, I repeat, cannot just start listing stuff. And what I mean by that, replicas and all of the fake crap, we can't just start listing them. Now, I've gave a few examples on past videos, and I'll do a deep dive here too, like AirPod. And then I'll just do this fast because I've done this several times, and I'm sure the people that watch me all the time have already seen this. But if you go to AirPod Gen 2, we know that the $49.70 one is fake, right? We already know this is fake, right? So we click on this, and we can obviously tell this person has 2 ratings, 100% positive. And as a consumer, I can go in here and just look at it and be like, oh my God, yay, this person is awesome, right? This is a crappy replica. Okay, crappy picture. Well, not crappy picture. Let me show some respect. Let me put some respect on your name. It ain't crappy or anything like that. But it does say 19 watched in the last 24 hours. Very good impulse buy. It says last 130 sold. Very good impulse buy. Now, if we go and scroll all the way down, we're going to see this person's profile, and we see great eBayer, excellent communication, prompt responses, would buy from again. And then we'll see that, like, this person joined in May 2024, and we see like, okay, maybe he's doing okay. He got a little Apple logo, iOS music. Don't know what that means, but we're just going to let that go. So we can go ahead and click into his store. And then we start seeing, hey, he's selling eyelash curlers. That's interesting. And eyelash curlers right here, beauty tools. He's selling small items. Now, why is he selling small items? Why did he go from selling small items to then automatically just starting to sell AirPods, right? Like, how does that make sense? So let me tell you why. Because, see, what happened at some point is the eBay algorithm changed. And a lot of people, they ask me, they're like, yo, Brandon, like your method doesn't work anymore. And what I mean by that is, if you go and you look on YouTube, right, and you go to Educated Hustler, right, you go to Educated Hustler, and let's see. Let's say you go to Unbanned, maybe that pops up. Okay, so you'll see like videos of me giving you like little tips on how to get unbanned. The difference is this, okay? the strategy I told you 4 months ago, 3 months ago, isn't going to work anymore. So what I get constantly is like comments saying, oh my God, this dude is an idiot. It doesn't work. He sucks. You know, all of that. Right? Cool. Great. Understood. The thing is as I make videos and as other people make videos and as people get around different things, you'll start to understand eBay will get smarter, right? They got smarter. Now what you have to do is prime that account. That's what I call it, priming the account. Now, I don't want to toot my own horn, nor do I want to plug in a promotion, but you guys know my name is Educated Hustler, Hustler for short, and I will say this and put this in there. That's why under the services tab at Hustler Taught Me, we have eBay automation. Oh, that's not automation. eBay automation, okay? Now, eBay automation right here, $250, and I could, and again, I could do this for longer, because I've done it for longer, but the 250 covers a 7-day period of us listing, and then we continue to ship out products for you for 30 days. Now, what that means is if you're somebody wanting to sell replicas but don't have the product and the merchandise, you can hire somebody because we provide products, we ship for you, and we list and revise for you. You can hire somebody to take over that part of your eBay to actually put products on there so that now eBay will see that you are now listing other small items before you go and just start listing replicas and Maxes and Prada and Dyson and all of this stuff that you know for a fact may not be completely 100% real. You're already going to have some type of standing with eBay, right? That is the new way for you to be able to avoid a ban, right? So we do have that. Now, if you do get the mentorship, here's the beautiful thing. And that's what I tell people. You get the mentorship, you get that, you can go ahead, call me, and we can start listing together, even though it may not be the products that we provide. If you have products in the crib, you got products somewhere that you may be able to sell, we can start listing and revising them as well. So like you just have to be really direct about your approach and where you want to go. Like you have to know how you want to hold, because not everybody is cut out for eBay automation. Because I've had people that said, yo, I don't know why I keep hitting eBay audit. I have people say, hey, I want to do eBay automation, and then they want to do eBay automation but don't want to learn nothing. And then when they, because let's make this clear, the eBay automation service isn't for my staff to list products for you forever, right? It will be way more than 250. The point is we want to prime your account so that you can take over that account after and be able to start making your bread. But what a lot of people do with eBay automation is they're so lazy after a while. They're like, oh yeah, we're so used to Brandon and his team listing and shipping and revising, I'm just going to keep paying the 250. You can do that, but if you keep doing that, you're not helping yourself. Once the automation, let's just say one day I may say, yo, listen, it's costing me too much, I have to raise the price. And then now you're like, okay, I'm making $740 every single week from eBay automation, and now I raise it up to $250. Or let's just say something, God forbid, happens to me. What are you going to do with your eBay if you don't know how to do it yourself? So we try and make sure as we're listing, we're sending you newsletters with tips. We're making sure that you're actually learning how to do it as well. Okay, that's important to me because I know a lot of mentors, I know a lot of people in general, they thrive and they continue to grow their business off of your ignorance. Not you, but I'm saying people's ignorance. What they do is, I want to give you a little bit, but I want to keep a lot. And I just want you to always need me because I want to control you. But here's the thing. My philosophy is if I don't control you, but instead educate you, you then can start listing on your eBay by yourself. And then you'll send me to my phone different receipts like, hey man, I just made X amount of dollars. I made this and this and that. Now I put that out on my Instagram, on my YouTube, make a video about it. I make money getting another person interested and then helping that person. So that's the type of business I run. Others, they rather you not get the results, or you only get the results when they list it for you, which again is counterproductive. All right, because again, we're educated hustlers, right? We're not educated slaves and we're not educated babies. Like I'm not here to hold nobody's hand, right? So that is the method. So when you get this, you obviously know you did not do that method and now you're screwed, right? So a lot of people are like, so what's the difference between being restricted and banned? The difference is this is a restriction. When they're asking for information, you still have a chance of getting your account back, right? Like you can still provide this information. Now, here's the thing. A lot of people at this point right here, they're like, oh no, I can't do it. I don't know what to do. I'm done. It's over. Right? Like they're like, oh, I know. Now, this shout out to everybody that shops at DH Gate and Alibaba and AliExpress and Temu and all those other places, right? You're having one issue probably, right? You can't get an invoice, which is interesting because, see, I haven't shopped on DH Gate or AliExpress or Alibaba in a long behind time. But when I did back when I was starting my eBay, I swore they gave some type of like documentation, I could be wrong. Do you guys know? Do they give you like a receipt or something or email? I'm assuming that like you brought something, but I'm assuming people are having trouble because you can't really provide that invoice because it's obviously an invoice stating that this is not the product that you're promoting out to the masses, right? Like, oh well, I brought Air Flobs 3000s, not AirPods Gen 2s. You see what I'm saying? Like, so how do you get around this? So what happens is I've had about 7 mentees. I have like 46. I don't have 50. I have like a little bit under 50 mentees this month. And about 7 of them have gotten messages like this. And the beautiful thing about this message is we still have a chance. So this is not a ban, this is a restriction. Now, when it comes to this type of restriction, you can literally get this lifted. It's easy. It's not hard. And the way you get it lifted is by just providing an invoice. How do you provide an invoice if you don't have one? So understand this. Back in the day, I was 19 years old. I wanted a penthouse. Right? I wanted this penthouse. And I told this story the last live about how I was in the penthouse and all that, right? True story. Looking above everybody in Philly, you just feel like you just like the king of the city and all that. But the problem with this penthouse was you needed pay stubs. A problem with a lot of entrepreneurs is you need a lot of documentation that you may not have. Okay. So with my accountant, I remember telling him like, oh man, like I don't have these pay stubs that I need. And he said, but you're a business, so why don't you create them? So I'm going to ask you guys something. and I really want to ask you guys, because when we say educated hustlers, we have to really understand how educated we are. Why would I ever struggle getting an invoice when I'm a business? What do I mean? So what I mean is this. When I first got this message, it was for AirPod replicas because I used to sell them on MERCARI and on eBay. And MERCARI sent me this when I had $40,000 locked on MERCARI in December. And I was stressing my behind off because I'm like, yo, I can't provide an invoice. I don't have any invoice. Like the guy came into my store and sold me all of these AirPod Pro replicas, and then I ordered more. It was a Muslim guy, and I remember because he was all garbed up. Like I couldn't really see everything with him. Like, you know, I couldn't see his full appearance. And I remember being scared. I'm like, yo, he might get me. But he came back and provided me what he said he was going to provide me. And the only thing he didn't give me was an invoice. So what I did was I created another company. And when I created this other company, it was a wholesale company. And the wholesale company is the company that actually provided me an invoice for my AirPod Pro replicas, and I was able to provide MERCARI that information. But unfortunately, they still didn't release my funds. They told me I had to wait 6 months. And we're going to get to the waiting period. We're going to get to talking about the waiting period in a second. But what you need to do if you get this message is you need to either book a call with me, and I can get you an invoice. I'll draw up an invoice. Prime example for Prada items and Dyson items. All I need to know is exactly what the model numbers are, and I can get you an invoice. Because guess what? I have a wholesale company, and can't nobody tell me what my company sells and what doesn't. Right? So that is my workaround. And it works. You can't tell me nobody can tell you, hey, you didn't get these products from here, because if I gave you an invoice, I gave you an invoice, and that's exactly where you got the products from. You see what I'm saying? So that was like my little loophole that I used and was able to get around with, is me being able to provide my own self with invoices. And then once I gave myself, so I have We Supply, and then I have Hustler Taught Me, right? If on Hustler Taught Me, I'm selling replicas, let's say, right? And eBay is like, yo, I'm gonna take your account down, send me an invoice. I'm gonna go to my other company, We Supply, and I'm gonna say, hey, We Supply, I need an invoice for 185 AirPod Pro replicas, but it has to say AirPod Pro Gen 2 and has to have the Apple UPC, has to have my payment information, has to make it look as legit as possible. And guess what happens? Once I do that, provide it to the platform that's asking for it, and it's an icy dunny bun. We go about our way. So that's the way of getting around. Okay. So I hope everybody understands that. If you don't understand it, please make sure you guys are asking in the comments, because again, I can answer what you have while I'm here, guys. But other than that, like when you guys like send me DMs or when you are asking me in Discord, it's harder because one, I got to type it. I don't be having time to do all of that. And two, it's like now is the perfect time because you have me here. And unless you, and this is no disrespect to anybody, but your time is just as valuable as mine. And unless you are paying me for my time, I don't really go out of my way. I would go out of my way to help my Discord members and help you guys. Yes. But like something like this, it takes me actually sitting down and reading and figuring out what you got going on. And this was sent in Discord. I couldn't help this individual with the invoice, even though I could make money by just saying, oh, hey, guy, listen, man, just email me or DM me and I could try to say, oh, I'll just create you an invoice. But it's not about the money to me, because I'm not about to just break down, oh, I'll just make you an invoice. I want to break down exactly why, how, and how we can prevent this from happening for next time. Anything that you buy and you list on eBay, get ready to have an invoice for it. Like any replica or anything that is not real. Okay. Now let's talk about money being held. Okay. Let's talk about money being held. Okay. Now, I remember me personally having eBay's held my money. MERCARI's held my money. Amazon definitely held my money. Having money held, Square was the first platform to ever hold my money. Square. I swear I did a video about that. Let me see something. Square. Like I remember I was in my old location. Square. Yeah. Definitely was. I remember this.
Guys, I have something to tell you, and this is not clickbait. Let me move you guys closer because we're going to have to talk about this, man.
I spent so much money on these things right here.
A little farther back.
Y'all hear this? Y'all hear this video?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a little tall. Yeah, but look, y'all, listen. Y'all see this thing right here behind me? So this thing right here, this iPad, right? As you guys see, this is my iPad. You see what's on the bottom? That's a logo. And could you guys guess what company logo that is?
Oh, y'all can't hear it. This is when I thought having an intro is. I don't even know why I have an intro.
The company logo that is Square, right? And as you guys know, I would not be doing my job if I didn't tell you guys different experiences that I am experiencing currently within the store. It is currently after hours right now. Store is closed. As you guys see, nobody's here. And I'm having a huge issue. Okay. So number one, I would like to walk you guys through. Number one, it's awesome, and I like it. And I still do use Apple Pay. Apple Pay is great. You guys are really slowing me up. So long story short, they end up telling me, we'll have an answer for you by the end of today. I'm like, okay. And I'm not understanding what the answer is supposed to be. I just want my money. So no callback. Instead, they send me a.
Bro, I swear to God, this was in December. I sold this. I don't know what phone it was that came out. I swear to God, this is what happened, and this is frustrating me even now because I lost this money. I remember. So y'all know it's scammers out there, right? So I was trying to. So I was never in this store. Like this store was a store that was like a flagship, and I knew it would take care of itself. We always had like dope dealers and stuff coming in here to like buy phones, and they would always spend 100% cash. So we got, it had to be the 13 Pro Maxes or 14 Pro Maxes. We got these new phones before anybody got them. I swear, before any cell phone store on the block got them, we had them. And I remember I just hired this girl, and I had her standing out because I'm a hustler. Like y'all really don't understand. Like I used to be like really out in the streets hustling. I had this girl I just hired go to the bus stops and put up flyers and set up a table, not with the phones, but letting people know we had these new phones. So the reason I made this video was because they did not release my funds, because these people just brought I think I sold 5 or 6 13 Pro Maxes or 14. I don't remember which phone it was, but I know it was $980 a piece. I had like $9,000 sitting with Square. And when I made this video, I was so pissed off that they were not releasing my bread. Like, because again, they got their phones. They got their phones. And it's the same thing with this eBay and MERCARI. When they hold your money, you get so frustrated and angry because you're like, yo, they got the product. Even if it ain't real, even if it's a replica, even though you should have, like, you know what I mean, you should have not been selling it, like, because mine wasn't fake. You know, these were real phones, but yo, like, I was so pissed. It was the holiday. I have kids. I'm trying to like buy, you know, my kids presents, and they held my bread.
A email basically saying, hey, you've had a lot of sales and a lot of money, but Square does not support the products that you've been selling. So I'm like, what does that mean? So I called them. I'm like, I don't understand what that means. You don't support what I'm selling. I'm not selling any bad stuff. I'm selling electronics. Lady then comes on the phone and is telling me basically, no, it's not that. It's you have a lot of big transactions, 500.
Yeah. So I had a lot of big, but I'm a cell phone store. So like in November and December, we get the phones, you feel me? So like we had big transactions coming out, like not like 200 or 300, like 500 and up. Like we like money.
$100, $600, stuff like that, and it's flagged for fraud. And I'm like, okay. So Apple, Walmart, Best Buy, Home Goods, IKEA, all these other companies, people make big transactions. And I know you may think, well, Brandon, you're not them. And I could, maybe one day I'll be one of them, but I'm not. I get it. But you mean to tell me you're not taking my payments or not depositing my payments because for a fraud? Okay. So I'm like, you know what? It took about 2 weeks for you guys to even let me know this. I just had a customer pay $400 on your service, and now I can't get that either. I see they have their product, but I don't have the money. Wow. I was stressed out, upset, angry. I can't even explain the emotion, right? So, but I sort of kind of get used to it because this happens every time with anything, whether it's an app or a website.
So, guys, again, the reason I'm playing this video is because these are raw. Like, this is in 2019. I don't know why it says a year ago. This was not posted a year ago. Like, you can look at my videos a year ago. I don't even like, it's not a year ago. But I think this is important for everybody to see. If you have your money held right now, whoever's watching, you got your money held. This is something to get used to as an entrepreneur. You're going to have your money held all the time when you make a lot of money. All the time. If you can't take it, get the heck out of the kit. I'm telling you, don't do it. Don't become an entrepreneur if you can't take your money being held. It's ridiculous and it's unfair, but it does happen.
It seems like electronics, when you're selling them at a high rate, they always want to try and stop you. But most of the time, you can submit an appeal. So I go to try and submit an appeal, and my appeal results are in October 10th, you'll get all your money back if no one makes a claim, which I know they're not going to make a claim because this is a physical store. If they were going to make a claim, they would make a claim to the store
And they'll come back.
not make a claim to Square. So here we are, September 6th, and I'm still out of money.
Wow.
That's how this store, new location, after investing, like you guys see just back here, but I invested over $6,000 in this store already. I'm talking within the second week of me being new paint, new walls, new ceiling, new floor, new furniture, new counter, plus all the merchandise, new grid wall, paying a painter, and they still haven't finished it, which another story. But it's like, I want to share this with you guys. They stole, I know at first I was going to put the title, they stole 1,000, but they really stole around 4,000 plus from me. And I don't even know if I'm getting it back. And I'm not getting the product back because the customer did their due diligence. They paid me. So this video honestly is for entrepreneurs looking to use Square. Be careful, because see, it could look nice and good and work cool and twist and turn and all that. But see, if it's not going to even give us small businesses a chance to even hear us out, it's doing nothing but stopping us. It's doing nothing but bringing us behind, bringing us back, and we're trying to move forward. So I didn't like that. It bothered me completely. And I just wanted to warn you guys. So if you are thinking about starting a storefront.
All right. So boom. Now, when it comes to now on the selling app aspect, I'm going to tell you this. If you have money held, I'm going to tell you this. Like, I'm going to be honest. So what happened with that was, if I remember correctly, I didn't get, I don't know. I don't think I got the money fully back. I can't remember one time my money was held and I got all of the money back. It's always like you either get half or you get less than half all the time. I swear it's the companies stealing your bread. But that's why I said I lost bread. And the thing is, if you're having your money held right now, chalk it. Like, you got to chalk it because you lost. Because now all you can do is hope. But see, there's no way for me to monitor what customers complain. There's no way for me to monitor if this is being an honest company telling me, hey, yeah, like we were going to refund all of your money 60 days from now, but everybody requested a refund. No, they didn't. Show me. Show me. Like, they be capping, like they be lying. And that's where you don't want to get yourself in this situation. Like, you don't want to get yourself in this situation to where you're getting your money held or where you're getting banned. Now, we haven't started talking about banning yet. We only talked about a restriction. If you do provide this, 9 times out of 10, they're going to make sure that your account is released, but you're going to be in a tight, like, you're going to be watched. And like, that's why when I get this message, usually I provide the information. I have my other company give an invoice. And then what I do is I make sure I get all my bread and I start another account. Now, we're now going to talk about being banned. Being banned is when you can't even log into your eBay, or if you do log into your eBay, it shows that you're banned. Like, you can literally tell, and it won't let you list the product. You can tell. It's like, oh, well, your account is restricted. No, your account is banned. Like, they don't even let you. And if you try to create another eBay, they flag you automatically, right? Like, if you go onto your phone, try to create another eBay, put your social in, it won't let you. That is being banned. And the unfortunate thing about being banned is you're banned for a long time. I was banned from eBay from 2016 to like probably still now. Like, I've never, and I have a total of like 8 eBays personally right now. And I haven't created one of my real, like my real full information, like my social and everything. Like, I only do it through my business now, and there's no way for them to track me. Now, one of the unfortunate, I guess, things about this is I can't use the app. Well, I can use the app, but it would have to be on another device. It can't be on the same device I had the my regular original account on. But of course, since like 2000 something, I've been got another phone, right? So I was able to put my business eBays on there, and then they eventually got banned because I was dumb. I was still selling replicas and trying to like get fast bread and all that. But see, I started to learn, and I'm like, yo, like I'm sick of my eBays getting banned. Like I'd rather just make a little bit of bread first and then wait and build it up rather than go ahead and sell replicas. Because look, you can literally tell this is fake. You could tell this is fake. And then it shows 55 sold, and then you think, oh, well, I could do it too. But this is not 55 sold of this. It's not, because guarantee you they didn't sell 55 and then get 100% positive feedback from that. I promise you, when you go here, it says Steven's AirPods tree, but then you look at this and look. Let me see if I can pull this up. How I pull this crap up? View all details. Look at this. He's listing whatever this is, this crap is, and hold on. He got all good reviews again, and it's literally a facade. It's fake, not fake, but it's a way to maneuver and get around. And I only found this out by doing my research, right? What is your website? Website for what? Swag dog. Which website? I got a wholesale website and I got the teaching website. So Hustler Taught Me is where you learn. And then we supply WESPLY.com is my wholesale website. So yeah, I don't. So all right. So the way you buy AirPods is by doing this, right? You go here, you go to custom orders. I don't sell AirPods just where you click anymore. I sell AirPods, but you got to go and go to custom order submission. And when you go to custom order submission, you fill this all out, and then you do this. When it says what are the requested products, you say AirPod Gen 2 replicas, and then you just put the quantity you need. So now I give people the option of however, how much do you want to buy, right? So if you want to buy 6, you could buy 6, but we're going to send you an invoice and let you know exactly how much it costs. Again, it's the same amount that it costs on the other website, like where the AirPods, they are $155 for 4, right? So the problem is I'm not selling them and promoting them or anything anymore, because one, I've made so much money off of it. It's pointless to me. 2, so it's $38 each, but they're great quality. But 2, I don't want to promote it, but I don't want to keep I'm moving to a different space. That's just it. I'm just moving to a different space. Like I'm moving towards giving you guys different products. I'm moving towards showing you guys the legit way to make a lot of money selling products. So you're not going to find AirPod replicas on my site. You got to make a custom order request. You will then get an invoice sent to your email saying, hey, this is how much it would cost. You can choose to pay the invoice or not. That's how it works with AirPod replicas, because I've got that. I get messages like that. And thank you, Swag Dog. I get questions like that probably a lot a day on multiple platforms. But yeah, so that's how they create this little illusion of the AirPod replica, like this, like 528 sold, 100% true. I think this is 100% true because this is from Best Buy. But how come Best Buy selling 100% legit AirPod Pros has 95.7 positive? But if you go all the way back to that post we just had, right? Like OEM, this is hilarious. OEM AirPod Pro. Like this one, 99.3. So that's pretty realistic, even though I don't know what that OEM. What? But let's see, where is it at? Okay, so this one, he has sold 50, right? 30, and he has 100% positive. No, that's not true. on your rep AirPods that you sell on your, does the serial number work? Yeah, bro. Yeah, you can look back and see the videos where I showed the unboxing. Of course, I don't sell like, you know, low quality reps. I promise you that. But when it comes to like serial numbers and everything, of course. Again, my replicas have made people money. Nothing's wrong with the replicas. Nothing's wrong with selling replicas unless you know, are abusing it. And that's the thing. But now, all right, back to the banning aspect, right? So boom, you banned. That means you can't sign in, you can't do this, you can't do that. Now, what do? Right? We can't send, like, we can appeal and we can send the invoice. And I already told you guys the cheat code to that, right? But if you send that invoice and it still doesn't work, what do? Like, you stuck, right? So here's where, again, I also have the Unbanned Me guide, of course. So the Unbanned Me guide, that is a guide that walks you through exactly how to get unbanned on MERCARI and on eBay. So it's a step-to-step reinstatement process, the do's and don'ts, the reasons for you getting banned, the account security tips, the MERCARI strategy, why you need the guide. It explains it all, right? So definitely check that out, and that's cool, right? But when it comes to the whole aspect of getting unbanned, you got to create another eBay, but you got to create it as a business. That's the thing. Like if I type it in on the Apple website, if I type in on Apple, what the? It's the same question. Yeah, it works. Yes. So again, you got to create it as a business. Create eBay business account. Right? So you got to create a business account, right? Boom. But before you do that, you need to get an EIN. Now, for all of my people that's like, oh, well, I don't live in the States. So you still can get an EIN. It's a whole different process. But yes, it all works, bro. It all works, Swag Dog. All works. Everything works. It's 100% legit. Top quality AirPod replicas, yes. All right. But you want to create the EIN. Now, why? Because that LLC that you're going to create, you don't want to do a sole proprietor. You want to do an LLC. Now, when you do this LLC, the main point and the main goal is for this LLC to be a shell company for you to be able to make duplicate accounts on eBay. Now, it's not a limit of, you know, how many we want to create. I would say create 2. And always have one as a backup. But also, if you're listing AirPod replicas, I would only go ahead and focus on using AirPod replicas on one. And I also would not, I repeat, I would not let my money sit on there. Like whenever I sell, I'm taking the bread off. Like that's the type of like that's the type of urgency I would have, because I've seen people come to me that have left the money on. They're like, oh, I wanted to see you get to 10,000 and all of that. But if you do that, they're going to take your bread. It's never a guarantee that you're going to be able to pull that money out. As soon as you get the bread, pull it out. Like, don't go for the eBay, okay, deposit once a week and all. No, daily. The reason is because you don't want no situation. You don't want no situation where people are holding your money. That's the worst situation you can put yourself in. All right. So we want to make sure that we are not just making money, but holding on to our bread, making sure that our money is stable, making sure that we can always control our money and control our income. That's very important. All right. Very, very, very important. Got me? All right. Okay, we got the second member as well. So the second person for the mentorship, shout out to you. Now, one thing I will say though is we got one more spot for the mentorship, which is awesome. But one thing I will say, when you are looking to work with me, and I make this known because I don't think a lot of people understand what it takes to break out of certain habits. When you start working with me, I try to listen to you. I try to understand what you're saying. I try to understand your feelings, your emotions, your situation. I had a guy. What's up, Andy? Shout out to you. I was just talking about you in the beginning of the video. One of my guys, one of my guys, so he had a job. Okay, so he signed up, he had a job, and this job that he had, he enjoyed. But he came to me and he was like, yo, I want to learn how to flip phones. And I sat on the phone with him. It's probably like an hour and a half. And we talking. And he's telling me how he listened to he had another course, and how the course was telling him some bull crap, about eBay and look up the price via eBay and all that BS. Long story short, we ironed that all out. But the biggest thing with this person is this person was all talk. Like he was a younger kid, but he was really wanting to build and make money. He wasn't trying to build and make income. So like, I'm gonna slow that down. He was really trying to make money, but he wasn't trying to make an income. Money and income, two different things. The reason I say that is because if you're trying to just make money, you're somebody to do anything for bread. Like you'll do anything for money. And that was this person, right? So I knew this by listening to him. I was like, he was always texting me and asking me, hey, how can I make the most bread right now? Like how can I, buy phones right now and like scale it to a certain amount? So I always told him like, yo, bro, you gotta be patient. Like you gotta literally start listing. You got to start actually searching for devices and etc. Right? So boom, next week he like, oh yeah. Like, no, I think I told him, I was like, yo, you got to start calling me after you get off of work so that we can sit down and start making these offers so that you can actually start buying phones. So mind you, he lived with his parents. So I'm thinking to myself like, yo, this is the perfect time. We got to lock in. So I'm like, call me. He never really called me after work, because he probably had, other things going and stuff like that. I'm gonna be honest with you. When you want to lock in, you really gonna lock in. I'm gonna show y'all this right here. Like I show y'all I'll be showing y'all a lot. So I'm gonna show y'all this right here. You ready? Let's see if y'all can see this. Y'all know what that say? It says, what you doing this weekend? That's what it say. It say, what you doing this weekend? Now, I just turned 30 last week. You know what I mean? I want to party. I want to go turn up. I want to go. I don't drink nor smoke, but, I want to do something, right? But to lock in means you got to lock in. And you want to know what I think about? Because I do want to answer that. And I do want to do something. Yeah, I do want to do something. But see, I start to think to myself, like, do I want to do something that's going to then require me to recuperate my money doing something else? Do I really want to do something and then need a job? Like, do I, and I'm saying just in general, like we have to start asking ourselves when we start getting into that mode of, yo, I want to have fun. Like, yes, you do want to have fun. Like the person texts me, he obviously trying to plan something for this weekend, trying to do X, Y, and Z. But the reason I didn't answer, the person texted me this morning, like at 9:49. Didn't answer. Really good person, really good friend. Didn't answer because it's not about money. And you guys might be like, well, damn, Brandon, that's an effed up friend, because it's like, it don't always got to be about money. It don't, but it's not about anything productive, proactive, or anything that's going to help me better myself. Now, he could be saying what you're doing this weekend so we can go ahead and do some entrepreneur stuff, because that person's an entrepreneur as well, but I know it's not. Okay. But the reason I am very locked in is because I don't want to have to need anybody anytime in my life. And if I allow different things to sway me or push me or persuade me to being not aligned with my goals, I am going to be stuck. I'm gonna be stuck. And that's where, if you're working with me, you got to have that same mindset. So back to this guy, boom. I'm like, yo, every day after you done work, bro, call me. Let's lock in. Like even for 30 minutes. He don't do it. Next week, he called me. I'll never forget this. He called me. He like, yo, I got to talk to you. So I'm like, all right, bet. I'm thinking it was after work. I'm like, all right, bet. Let's talk. Boom. Get on the phone. Yo, can I borrow some bread? No. Like, no. No. Don't ask me to borrow money. That's one of my biggest rules is don't ask me to borrow money. If I want to give you money, then I'll give you money, right? But don't ever ask me to borrow money. Okay? I've had people I play, games with online that I connect with ask me for money. I have best friends at points in times that ask me for money. I have people in general that ask me for money, family members. I don't give people money. The only person or people I give money to are my mom and my brother, right? And the reason is because I need to take care of them. But like, I don't need to take care of another grown man, and I don't need to help you as far as giving you money. I'll give you ideas, put you in a position to make money, but I will never give you money, right? So that's what I was telling this guy. He's understanding because I didn't be rude about it, but I was like, no, all right. So boom, moving forward to this whole money aspect, I'm like, why you need money, right? I'm like, why do you need money? So he's like, because I got fired. I'm like, wait, you got fired? Right? Exactly. The fastest way to ruin a relationship is to borrow. And I learned that when I was young. And that's why I don't give people money. Because, see, I don't want to give you money and then expect something from you that isn't fair. Excuse me. Because me giving you money doesn't even make sense, because if I had to give it to you, why should I expect it back? Like, why? So it doesn't make sense. Now, moving forward, person like I lost my job. I'm like, you lost your job, bro? He like, yeah. I'm like, bro, how you lose your job? He like, something had happened at work. He didn't tell me. So I'm like, okay. And I didn't want to dig because that's personal. So something happened at work. Cool. You lost your job. Yeah, bro. I don't know if I'll be able to pay the mentorship. I said, yeah, that's fine, bro. Like, I'm gonna still help you till you get on your feet, as long as you're trying to grind, right? So remember, I told you in the beginning of the story, this person wanted money, not an income. I realized that because when I gave him like task, he didn't do it. It was always like, how can I make the fastest bread? And I'm telling you guys this because a lot of people are like this. And if you're trying to work with me, it ain't gonna work if you're like this, because I'm not one of them. Like, I'm not somebody that's gonna save you. I'm not somebody that's gonna help you just make fast bread. It's just no way. Like, I just don't have it in me. Like, I don't do that. Now, if I'll give you definitely anything that I have access to that can help you make money. Yes. I have access to phones. I have access to this, that, and the third. I'll help you, but I won't give you anything, nor will I put you in a position to get fast money and then blow it. Right. So boom, you're gonna earn it. So boom. He don't have a job. I'm doing like this mentorship for free for him for like, it was like 3 months. So then after the third month, I think I was like, yo, so what happened to like you're not looking for another job? Like, he wasn't really being as like we weren't communicating. And he like, nah, I'm just trying to like get this bread. Like, I'm trying to like flip these phones and start my own business doing it. And you want to know what I said to him? And this is the last thing I said to him, because this is how real I am. I said, how you going to start a business and you can't work for one? And I don't think he liked that. And then he proceeded to ask me for more money. But like, how are you going to work for yourself and you can't work for someone else? That's the key. That's the biggest thing I think when I hire people. Like, I'll go into an interview talking to people, and I'll tell them right now, like, when I sit down in interviews with people, I tell them like, how much? I'll be like, how much are you worth? That's what I say. And I really got to be careful when I say that to women, because it sounds a bit weird. But I say, how much are you worth? And like, they always think I'm talking hourly. They be like, well, I used to get paid $17 an hour, but like now, like, since I got experience, and I think I should be paid like $24 an hour. And I just be like, okay, and I'll pay you exactly what you think you're worth. And then I say, okay, I'll pay you that 24. And I need you to work this many hours. and that's it. You're going, and then I put on a whiteboard, because I got another whiteboard. I put on a whiteboard, you're going to make me this amount of money. So here we usually sell this amount of phones, this amount of accessories, and I break it all the way down for people, and they'd be like, damn, so you're going to be making $640 off of me every hour. Yeah. Real example. I'm going to be making $640 off of you an hour. How? Because residuals. I get paid residuals from T-Mobile every time you sign somebody up. And I also finance my phones, which means every single month people are coming to me paying their phones off, right? So if I have you working for 8 hours, that means I'm making $5,120 off of you every single day. So if you, right? Because I want to show you something. So if you were to work for me and I'm paying you $24 times that 8 every single day, yes, you're going to be making $192. And I usually don't tax my employees. I 1099 them so that they can choose whether they want to pay the taxes when they want to pay them. I don't really do all of that. I treat everybody like they are a boss. So yes, that person is going to make a good amount of money. So they make that a day. They work probably 5 days out of the week. That's 960 times that by 4. They make around 3,840 every single month, right? So they're happy, right? That's okay. That's okay. And that's for cashiers, right? Times that by 12. Oh, crap. Times that by 12, right? And they're making a honest living, right? They're making okay money, right? This is okay. This is just something to keep you afloat. If they don't generate that money, you wouldn't have money to pay them, Dudge. yeah. People don't, yeah, you're right? But here's the thing. Boom. Every single day, I'm projected this quarter to make this amount of money. Times that by 5 for that person that's working, times that by 4, because again, they're supposed to be doing it every single day, right? That's $102,000, right? Times that by 12, okay? That is 1,228,000, right? Here's the thing. I don't see all of that money. I'll tell you that right now. I have to pay taxes. I have to also pay dues. I also have to pay for my license. I have to pay a lot of money, right? So I probably see almost half of it, but then I got to pay an accountant. I also got to pay other employees. I also got to do other things, right? But here's the thing. Out of that amount of money, I'm only paying you 46. Okay. Now, that's good for you, right? But I'm still making bread. Okay. Now, here's the thing. It's funny because if you go around certain people, they'll be like, yeah, I make 6 figures a year. Like I have a friend, he always brags to other people that work for a living. Yeah, like if we get in arguments, like not me, but he gets in arguments with people. The first thing the first thing he'd be like, I make 6 figures. And the thing about making 6 figures is you never really make 6 figures. That's the thing. Like even when you make 6 figures, I promise you ain't making 6 figures because the taxes are astronomically insane. I just had 3 back to school drives trying to get rid of bread. You know what I mean? So like you try to get out of that tax bracket. But regardless, the thing is when you are an employee and you want to have fun and you want to take PTO and you want to, compromise your life and your time for money, you're helping somebody else get rich. You're helping somebody else make money. You're helping somebody else be more comfortable than you. And you'll never be able to pass me because guess what? I'm always going to have something over you, value, because guess what? My value helps you make money. And until you understand your value, you're always going to be underneath me and I'm always going to be better than you. So when I am asked a question about, hey, do you want to go out this weekend? Or, hey, do you want to do this? My ass is scared. Why am I scared? Because I already know how much value I hold already and how much value employees under me don't. Therefore, I don't want to compromise what I already have because it's so easy to lose. So that's sort of kind of where, you become a party pooper. You also become distant because people don't understand nor relate to you. And it sort of kind of, causes some type of confusion, sometimes broken relationships. But again, to anybody out there that doesn't understand what I mean when I say, if you're going to be a mentee with me, you're going to need to understand that you're going to have to change. You're going to have to hustle. You're going to have to put your work before anything is because I don't plan on allowing people around me or even to consume my energy if they are not wanting it as bad as they want to breathe, just like me. Like I wake up with ideas, I wake up with different challenges, I wake up with different focuses. And yes, I do want to. Before I went live right here, I was like, damn, like I'm working. I came home, I'm like, damn, like my kids, they're happy to see me, but at the same time, they want to chill with me and everything. I'm like, damn, I really can't afford to chill with them right now. Like literally today, I was like, man, I can't do it because I'm behind. And like, you like, how the hell you behind? Because I know what I got to get done. I need to do better. Like I'm not doing good enough. And that's what I see when I talk to other entrepreneurs. That's like their mindset. They're never on chill. They're never like sitting back and like they're never like the people that be on Instagram and they be like taking pictures on like vacations and stuff. That's how I know like they're really broke minded. Like even if they do have money because they're put in a certain position, I know that they're not really making the money they flaunt. Because like the people I see that really be making money, and I'm talking about money, like money where they don't like. I went out with some guy the other like last month, and we were at a company meeting, and this guy literally went back to our hotel that we had, and it was like a fancy ass hotel, and we were in the wealthiest county in the United States of America, in Virginia, and the most because of it was all these tech companies there. And he brought out the bar for the whole morning. He wasn't even downstairs. And I don't drink, but I watch these people order like stuff I never heard before. Like dirty martinis and all this old fashioned something and all this weird stuff. $40 a glass and like people buying wine like $268 for this wine. Like, and I'm thinking to myself, like, damn, like he's sleeping. But how does he know that his tab ain't like astronomically going to like hurt him, right? But it's like because they always have a clock in their head, like I gotta do better every single day. I gotta do better. I gotta do better. I gotta do better. I gotta do better. So like when we're working, whether you're a mentee, whether you're somebody that's taking a class, whether you're somebody in the Discord, I don't talk in my Discord as much because they don't want it as much as me. I'll talk to the people in my Discord that want it. I DM people back in my Discord that I see want it, that are actually active, that are not active with me. Because it ain't shit, nothing to impress me. It ain't nothing to impress me, but you want to know what it is if I see like, yo, this person is always like really engaged. This person's really always asking people questions and not annoying, dumb questions like, oh, guys, I can't figure out how to sell replicas. How do I do that? Or, oh my God, my eBay's banned. Can you help me? Can you help me? Can you help me? No, help yourself. Like, I show you how to do it. Now do it for yourself. And if that's not good enough, figure it out. And if it's not good enough and you can't figure it out, pay me for my time. Don't ever think that you're going to get something for free, because if I give it to you for free, it just shows me that you're not somebody that really values time. You value money, and money is not as valuable as time. You cannot get time back. So we talk two different languages. So it's like, if you are somebody out there that wants to make money, understand the concept that what you're doing right now isn't good enough, and it will never be good enough. It will never be good enough. Okay. And that's the truth. It will never be good enough. Like, I don't care how you feel about it. You'll never be good enough. But guess what? That's what keeps you wealthy, comfortable, right? Comfortable. That's very important. All right, what was the mistake, and have you ever got banned from OfferUp? The mistake is that with eBay, the mistake was that a lot of people are listing immediately instead of priming their account. You got to prime your account. You can rewind and see a whole bunch of different examples I just shown. Have I ever got banned off OfferUp? Yes, and I cried. When I got banned off of OfferUp, I didn't cry, but I was very, 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 very messed up. Like, don't take my OfferUp from me. I had my girl try to make an offer up. I had my grandma make an offer up. I had my uncle make an offer up. And every time I put it on my phone, it got banned. Every time I put it on a computer, it got banned. Offer up don't play. Offer up now, now offer up, that's a different situation. Like offer up, yeah. Now the reason I got banned was because I had like 9 offer up accounts with the same information. I was able to appeal it, talk to offer up, and get it fixed. Yeah, I got one now. Yeah, I'm good now. Like I wasn't good, but I'm good now. But yeah, I was getting banned. And you want to know what I was doing? Offer up is so gangster. They won't make it so that you can't log in all the time. What they'll do is you'll list something and it just won't show to nobody. And that killed my behind, right? So OfferUp is one of them platforms. I feel they're very they're past eBay and MERCARI and all of them as far as like security wise. MERCARI is the one that has the worst security because MERCARI is so small and they don't even care. They just want bread. That's the only thing with MERCARI. MERCARI has been the worst company selling app-wise for a long time. They're trying to come back and trying to be better, but they're not good. Now I do have one under my name. Yes. Now, if you are banned from OfferUp, there is a way. You got to get another device and you have to have somebody else do it for you. But that's not always going to work. As long as you don't put it on the same IP, it should be okay. I have a few people that have done it. But it all depends on why you got banned. Why did you get banned? What did you do? Like that's like the first thing. Like, because it's not easy to get banned on an OfferUp, excuse me. It's not easy. Like you have scammers all day. And what scammers do is they'll go on OfferUp, they'll scam, and then they'll delete their OfferUp. Like they'll deactivate their account. Then they'll come back on, reactivate their account, and that's how they get over it. Okay, so I got banned for free ads and made another account under my name on my second phone, but was wondering if I can get unbanned on my original account. Okay, cool. So you did make it on another phone. Yeah, you can. You can get unbanned on your regular account. All you got to do, to be honest, is contact OfferUp. Be like, yo, this was a mistake. I didn't know. Or if they did give you a warning, you can be like, well, I didn't understand the terms. Or what I did do with one of my employees is I was like, yeah, just let them know that it wasn't you. Like you had other individuals from your store on your OfferUp, and they were doing it, and you apologize, and it won't happen again. And that's sort of kind of the approach. But the OfferUp aspect is a very scary one because there's a lot of people that live off of this. Like they make bread literally on OfferUp. Like especially my phone flippers. Like yeah. But if you got another one, why do you want your original one back? How do you get in contact with them? I thought it was right here. I thought that, yeah, I just listen, I don't know how did I get. I was panicking. I swear. I don't remember. Oh, contact us right here. Yeah. That's how you do it. And then you gotta like do that, and then you fill out the info. That's how you do it. Oh, it's sometimes frustrating. Yeah. Again, that's the down part about like getting banned from certain. It makes it like inconvenient. Like it's not convenient, and it starts to become a headache because you're switching. And also, it's like have you had that issue where you trying to like you're trying to sell something or whatever you're trying to do on your OfferUp, but you miss it because you didn't have that phone? I've been using my other phone for a couple months now, but still feels weird. Yeah. It is weird. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, there's no guarantee, but that's what I would do. I would hit them up and I would be like, "Yo, yeah, it was a mistake." And one of my employees or a few of my employees, I was on vacation for in Europe for a couple months, and you know what I mean. I go all in. Like that's what I did. I listen. I was like, oh no. like all of my employees were creating these accounts, and I'm so sorry. Like this is like one of the best. Like I was, you know what I mean? I was in there like swimwear. I was drawing. Like I was really trying. And I was scared because at that point I was flipping phones heavy. And you know, if I didn't have OfferUp, then I gotta go on Facebook and like, what the freak? You can't log. That's fine. Even if you can't log in, you just go. That's not a problem. Because I couldn't log. No, I could log in. I'm Kevin. Even if you can't log in, you should be able to like go here, contact us, and then my account can't log in, and then boom. But here's the thing, though. Like you can do it, but you got to do it on that other account, and I'm not sure what information you gave on that other account. If it's not all the same, that's perfect. Be like, yeah, I'm on my other my girlfriends or da 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 da. Their OfferUp and my OfferUp's name was da 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 and da 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 da. You know what I mean? That's how I would approach it. That's exactly how I'd approach it because yeah, you need your OfferUp for sure. But speaking of bans, you will always be able to get unbanned some way, somehow. Please understand that. It's just all about having the right assets. You need to have somebody that will be able to create documents for you. That's one of the things too. And I learned that the hard way because I've never had the issue of getting invoices, but I've had people, even one of my partners, my solution partners, it was like, I forget what product it was. It was a product. It was a speaker, maybe JBL. And I needed an invoice to get a large sum of money. And I had to contact them. And then they were like, well, you know, we can't, it was something. They couldn't give me an invoice. Long story short, I contacted another company and asked them to do it for me. And also then that's when I was like, you know what? I'm going to create a company literally for creating invoices. Like, what? That's like that. Here's the thing. Like Donald Trump, prime example. A lot of people don't like him. A lot of people do like him. Me, you know, I see people for what they are, right? And I'm personally, I see people for what they benefit me with, right? Like I'm not one to say, oh, I don't like this person because this person doesn't like a person that looks like me, right? Okay, I'm not that person that they don't like. You know what I mean? Like me personally, I'm not that person they don't like. And I also see what the benefit in someone is. So like Donald Trump, the one thing I love that he did was he showed people like, hey, it's always a way to bend the rules to fix things or to get what you need. And like, I didn't start creating a company to create invoices until I forget what he said. He said something basically like, yeah, like in order to avoid doing this, I created this. I just don't remember the full scenario. And it opened my eyes. Like sometimes you got to understand, like you have what it takes or what you need right in front of you. But a lot of us, we just trying to abide by the rules that are meant to restrict us. Like a horse, prime example. Andy, correct me if I'm wrong. Some horses, depending on the area you're in or the surrounding they're in, they can jump over the fence if they chose, but they just don't know that they can or they're allowed. And I think of that, right? And I'm like, well, because I remember it was a friend of mine in Jersey, he had horses, and I was like, yo, the fence is mad low, like the horse fitting to leave, bro. He like, no, like the horse isn't. So what I said, Andy, was horses, right? If you have them in a stable, I believe that's what he had them in, and it was a real low fence. It was low. And I was like, yo, the horse is just going to jump out the fence, bro. He was like, well, the horse isn't going to jump out the fence because it doesn't really know. Like it's not, he's like, it just can't. And then I was thinking to myself, like, maybe the horse isn't jumping over that fence because it doesn't know it's capable. right? And I think like as entrepreneurs or even as humans in general and employees as well, is sometimes we abide by rules so much that we forget what we can do, our abilities, right? Like they strip us so much of our power. If they are comfortable and aren't trained. Okay. We're so comfortable at a 9 to 5, right? Prime example. They won't jump. Okay. Yeah, like we're so comfortable in our jobs and our positions that it's like I wouldn't dare leave. Like I know you treating me like crap, right? I listen because I'm partnered with a few companies, and I listen how they talk to their employees. They're like, "Yeah, guys, we have to what was the last one?" And I looked at everybody. I'm like, "Yo, y'all cool with this?" It's like, "Yeah, we have to." It was like sales company. It was like we have to oh, it was, yeah, you guys don't know how to multitask, because if you guys knew how to multitask, the numbers will be up. And if the numbers aren't up, then you guys aren't doing your job and you guys can get replaced. And I'm looking at the board like, yo, and I'm looking on the screen because it was a Zoom call and I was presenting something to them, and he was just telling them they need to push it. And I'm looking at their faces and they're like, yes, sir. I'm like, what the I wish somebody would say that to me. Now I don't know. Do I know what's that? I don't know. It's in Gabe. What's that? What is that? But it's like mentally, you can't talk to me a certain way. Like mentally, you can't. And you want to know what somebody said to me when I brought it to the boss, right? I brought because the boss, the CEO is like really close with me. And I was like, yo, like I don't like the way he was talking to him, man. Like that's crazy. Like you allow them to get talked to like that. They never like say anything. He like, yeah, no, it was this girl that left, and she left because her numbers were really high and she didn't think she needed us anymore. And he was like, but you got to understand, Brandon, like it's not like we're trying to talk down on them. We're just trying to like let them know like they got to do better. And I was like, yeah, but have you ever thought like, you know what I mean? Like that would make them like want to leave? And he's like, no, like they getting paid good, Brandon. Trust me, they're gonna stay. And like that's the mindset of a lot of these people. Like the owners. No, like you're just a in their eyes a peasant, and that's just the truth. Like that's just the truth. Like that analogy I just gave y'all. If I ask you how much you're worth, you say 24 an hour. This is a true situation. I said, okay, I need you to work 8 hours a week. I mean, 8 hours a day. That's 192 a day. I'm not going to take taxes from you. I'll 1099 you. You get $960 a week. The person was like $960 a week. That's almost $1,000 a week. Okay, cool. I'll do it. I'm like, all right, bet. All I need you to do is I need you to ring people out. I need you to stand and make sure. She's like, all right, bet. But I'm making I'm making a good amount of money off of her. So it's like 600. Listen, I'm making a great amount off of you, and you're willing to take less because you don't know what you're worth. Because guess what? You were trained to be not even you're trained not to see your value. Like, and all of my young kings out there, my young queens out there that want to be entrepreneurs or that are looking to not have to work for somebody, this is not me telling you not to work for somebody. This is me telling you know when to get the hell out and know when to tell somebody I know my value and watch your mouth. I know who I am, and one thing you're not going to do is talk to me like I'm less than you, because don't ever get it messed up. I'm a brand. I may not know exactly what my value proposition is yet. I might not know exactly what I want to do all the way, but definitely understand that you're not going to minimize me as a human being nor minimize me as a brand just because you think yours is bigger, because I am helping your brand. A lot of these people, they think working for somebody is cool. Whenever I look at these individuals and I have my daughter or my son say, yeah, I want to be a police officer, or, I want to, my daughter has never said she wanted to work for nobody, actually. But if she get a way you could get fresh phones. Yeah, some people need a carrot and some a stick. It depends on people's mindsets. That's a tough analogy. I guess a way you can get fresh phone. Is it a website? Ascend gave. Is that a website? I'll look at it right now. But yeah, like again, some people need to work for people, and that's not nothing bad. But I don't care if you need to work for somebody. Don't let nobody tell you less than nothing. No, I don't care what bills you got. If you feel like I gotta put myself in a position to be just something to someone, like a property to somebody, man. Like my mom, she worked for the government for years, had a nice house. You know what I mean? I didn't grow up in the hood or anything like that. Like my mom did a lot of sacrificing for me, and still had to borrow money from family members for different things. Like I've seen an uncle that I have makes a bunch of money but still live with his mom. And he says he lives with his mom because he wants to take care of her, which I believe, but it's like he works in a factory and he's happy working in a factory, doing the same thing every day. And that's okay because that makes him happy. But I'll tell you this right now, if the person didn't appreciate him, he wouldn't be there. If the person talked down to him, he wouldn't be there. So it's just all about, understanding who you are and understanding what you're worth. Hold on, y'all. Hello? Yeah. Filming. That's it. Well, I was wrong. Okay. Uh-huh. Oh. Yeah. All right. Yeah, okay. All right. All right, bye-bye. All right, my fault, y'all. So again, like, just know your worth. I don't know what the hell I was talking about. I seen a YouTube post about it named Money. It's a post. Like, should I type it in? I love seeing the people being real or not. You know what I mean? I've heard of this guy. He's funny. And I haven't really cared about what he said or done. But okay, what is it called? NIBS. Wait, should I just type that in and NIBS? Yeah, what am I saying? Am I looking at it right? I need NIBS. Yeah. What the heck is NIBS? Oh. Okay, let's see. Let's see.
Grow your business with subscriptions on Shopify and be like Better Booch.
We launched subscriptions in about December of 2021.
This is 30,000.
I'm live. Relax. What's wrong?
Hustle's in front of the TV.
Okay.
I'm telling him to go over there.
Okay. Tell Gabe or Paris to put him in his cage for me, okay? Hustle acting up, y'all. My dog is acting up. All right, let's see. I don't know what this is, But I want to make a disclaimer because I do be a bit, I don't want to step on nobody's toes. But also I don't really care. But I don't want people to judge me, because I don't know it. Oh, new inbox stands for it. Okay. I just by looking at this first part, I ain't gonna lie. Just by looking at the first part, you know what I mean? And just knowing what I know, one thing I'll say is I'm suspicious. But I will be open-minded to this. Okay.
$1,000 worth of brand new iPhones sealed in the box. I mean, I could do this all day.
All right. I know for a fact, just by this part, that I'm getting a little bit not open-minded because it seemed like an infomercial instead of you really saying what it is. One thing I will say, there's no way in God's green earth for you to get this many unopened, new in the box phones, unless, I'm not going to say what, but unless. What's good, money man? Down.
So you asked me, how do you scale? How do you make more money in your business? How can I get to that 100K mark? If now is the moment you guys want to make money, now's the time to get involved with phone flipping. I'm the perfect mentor to learn from. I'm going to teach.
Oh my God, he's the perfect. All right, let me stop because I don't want to
teach you the right way.
For those of you who are interested in gaining access to the NIB method, I'll be showing you step-by-step method. Interested in gaining
Dang, I can't see the IME
access to the NIB method. I'll be showing you step-by-step how to get these new sealed iPhones in order for you to resell to the wholesale buyers.
All right, so let's first get the cat out the bag now. Why every time I see this guy with these phones, it got to be some feet around? Now, why am I saying that? Because I hate when people do it to me. I don't film phones that I get to put in my store around people at all. That's number one. Because they do this. Now, I'm not saying he's doing it, but I had a friend. Okay. His name started with an L. And this guy, every time I would unload my phones, I don't want people to know exactly where I get these type of phones from, especially in my store, because then I get audited. And then I have people coming into my store asking me different questions. And then we have the IRS. And then we have a lot of different entities worrying about what the hell I'm doing. Now, every single time, even in the will, I see
mentor to learn from. I'm going to teach you the right way.
I see somebody else.
For those of you who are interested in gaining access to the NIB, easily make $3,000 profit.
Oh my God. All right, let me be quiet so we can watch the video. I'm going to be quiet.
Your first week doing this. I'll be providing you with the software we use in order to get these valuable sealed inbox phones when no one else can. That's so important, right? And due to the demand, I have wholesale buyers ready and other sub buyers who will pay top dollar.
What is a sub buyer? Does anybody know what a sub buyer is?
For these devices every day. And depending where you live, I can connect you with a buyer in your area if you need payment in cash same day. So we have options, ladies and gentlemen. The point is that you'll be able to get rid of your stock on a regular daily basis. You'll never have to sit on inventory because that is the worst. In the NIB method, that will not be an issue. We have the solution for everything in order for you guys to keep the cycle going.
Okay. How I make $1,000 every day flipping phones? If I had this many unlocked, or let's just not even say unlocked, unopened phones right here, I could tell you right here, I could tell you, this is about, it's probably about 12 phones in each bag. No, like 15 in each bag. This is way more than 1,000.
Buying and reselling. Now, one of the benefits of using our system that you'll be getting every penny back that you spent on taxes, right? So let's say your taxes were $76 or $82, right? You'll get that reversed back into your account the same day. And that's awesome. That's really a huge benefit. Imagine that. Now, if you guys have any other questions, remember you could book a call with me using the Set More link
Andy,
down
I don't
below.
think so.
But before you go, look, wait up. I want to tell you something that's going to benefit you, right? It's not something you have to do. It's not a must-have. It's not necessary in order to get started with the NIB method. But if you're open to it, find someone you trust. Maybe it's a brother, a sister, a cousin, a best friend, and teach them just enough.
So when somebody says a method, I just want to make you guys clear. When somebody says this is a method, I just need to go full screen real quick. When somebody says this is a method, what does that? What comes to your minds? I'm just curious. I'm curious. Just as a creator, I'm curious. When somebody says, "Hey, I'm going to teach you this method," what comes to your minds? Do you guys think that? Do you guys feel like, okay, I can duplicate this process? Is that what the method aspect? It makes you feel like, you know, I can do this because this is a method, right? Is that what I'm getting? Because when I hear method, I hear scam. I'm just letting y'all know. That's just what I think when I hear method because of scammers I've been around. Okay, I've been around scammers buying phones. Okay, I've been around people. They're like, "Yo, bro, pull up next to the T-Mobile. I'm gonna come out with these phones." When I hear method, all right, process or technique is what I think. Okay, so it looks like Andy. We have one it looks like Andy. He knows what this method is. It sounds like Andy. You know what this method is.
Don't teach them everything, but just enough
all
to
right,
where they can.
So we got my guy Tall Guy. So Tall Guy Dom, I'm glad you're still watching because I want you to watch this. So Tall Guy Dom, just promise me you'll stay until this video is done. That's it. Tall Guy Dom and me and Tall Guy Dom and I, we have spent many of nights, okay? Many of nights getting phones just like this. And let's just say we've known and we have met with a bunch of people that have had methods. So this is it brings back a lot of memories with the method aspect. That's all I'm gonna say.
Place the orders and go pick them up for you while you are able to focus on placing other orders and picking up those other orders.
In the and Tall Guy Dom, does the Apple bags do they not they further the play aspect? I'll say that the Apple bags picture
right, because they could be picking up 2 phones from one store and you could be picking up
also the pictures. It's kind of scary to me because why not just shoot the videos? Why are we just taking pictures?
Another 2 maybe from the same store or another store, but the point is that you're maximizing the amount.
And he's talking about stores.
Of phones that you're getting on a daily basis to get as much money as possible, right? You want to make as much profit on a regular basis, and that's what the NIB course is here to help you do.
Oh, it's a course,
right?
Oh, this is a scam.
Now, as far as paying these individuals to help you, I call them runners, my runners, people who help me
Andy,
pick up phones.
You watched this before.
I pay them $100.
Is he gonna show us, or he's just trying to...
So if they pick up 5 phones for me, right? Now, I find that learning is easier. $100,000 this year. You want to make 6 figures. More knowledge, the more positive and healthy things you feed yourself, the better off your life will be.
Please don't do it, Jeff.
Now, if your goal is to make at least $100,000 this year, you want to make 6 figures.
Don't do it, Jeff.
If that's truly your goal,
don't do it,
I
Jeff.
encourage you guys to take advantage of this NIB method to make that a possibility.
Oh my God!
Most
this
of you
is
may
a
not
scam!
know, but for those of us who've been in the business for a long time, you know how it gets. It gets very hectic, especially for these sealed new phones. So take advantage of it now.
From my understanding, he has an app that tells me when stores have phones you can buy from, supposedly. He has also a method that supposedly gives you tax money back for trades in phones. Oh.
So you're able to make your goals, your dreams come true. I'm not saying you're going to be rich, because 100K doesn't make you rich. It makes you middle class still. But nonetheless, these are effective and proven ways that I've made money. And by being in this business long enough, I've met other wholesale buyers, other overseas buyers, and I've gained enough experience to where I can now share this information with you guys. So, just a recap of what the NIB method is all about. It was created to help you guys get as many new phones as possible when no one else can, at a lower price, to then resell them at a higher price to the wholesale buyers to make a nice chunk of profit, right? We buy low and we sell high always. And if we got to come up with softwares and programs and tools to make that happen, oh, we definitely will, because we got to think outside the box if we want to be successful, right? So if you guys are interested in learning more, go ahead and book the call using the link below. But if you're already a student, if you're already in my regular phone flipping course and mentorship, go ahead and text me and call me. You don't need a book call with me if you're a student. Go ahead and get in touch with me, and I'll go ahead and set you up. That way you're ready to rock and roll and make some money with the NIB method. If you guys like this video, please go ahead.
Get it off the screen. Get it off the screen. Get it off the screen. Okay, let me talk to y'all. Okay. Okay. I'm very close. I'm very close to doing it. What the fuck is he talking about? All right. Number fucking one. Okay. I can't hold it in. I can't hold it in. I cannot hold it in. I'm done with it. I cannot hold it the fuck in. Okay. I gotta fucking snap. I gotta snap. Let me tell you why I gotta snap. Number one. There's no fucking way that you're going to ever be able to source phones directly out of a store. And if you're talking about an Apple store, there's no way. Let me tell you why. Because if you, and this is exactly what happened in 2000 whatever, when people wanted to start talking about CPNs. If you don't know what a CPN is, do your research, okay? I'm sorry. I got to do it. Okay. Now, I'm not saying nothing about this individual. I don't know this guy. I don't even know. I don't know. All I know is my guy, Andy. Andy, that's my guy. Okay. Got his back like a bra strap. That's my guy. And Andy just told me that what it basically is, from his understanding, is it's an app that tells you when stores have phones you can buy from, supposedly. Now, what the fuck does that mean? Okay. Now let me explain why I'm upset. I'm upset because when I see phone flippers doing bad, right? See, if you really want to be real, like, and I'm being dead ass serious, like, I'm not being funny, I'm not trying to create content. If you really want to make bread, and you're and all you have in your fucking like arsenal is phone flipping, they always seem to come up with a ridiculous like shit they pull out their fucking ass. What the fuck is a NIB method? What the fuck is an NIB method? And why am I saying that? Because it's like, bro, number one, there's no course you need to buy to learn how to flip phones. Number two, there's no course you need to buy to learn a method. Because number one, if there's a method, there's always a method that everybody is doing, because there's no freaking one arsenal of like, oh my God, I got this over you guys. Everything I know, any other real phone flipper would know. Number two, why would there ever be an Apple store selling iPhones for cheap or less than what they are selling retail price for? Why? Unless you're doing a scam. And yes, there are scams for you to get phones. There's scams. I'll tell you a scam right now. There's plenty of people right now that are creating insurance claims, and they're just going into Apple, buying a phone, buying multiple phones, 20 at a piece, 20 a pop, whatever you want to say, and they're going putting it on an account, a business account preferably, and then all they're doing is doing claims and getting the phones, returning the other phones back to Apple, recouping their bread, including the taxes, and then they're just pushing it out and going about their way. So it's like, I don't know what the hell that is, but I'm just talking about in general. When you're working in the phone flipping industry, and when you're working with phone flippers, one of the beautiful things about being a phone flipper is it's always rinse and repeat. Okay. And what I mean by rinse and repeat is it's always the same shit. It just happens over and over and over. It's never a way. Okay. And I'm not giving out what I think this is, but I know Tall Guy Dom. I'm not giving out what I think this is because I'm not going to say what I think this is, but I think this is what I think it is. Like, I think, and I know you ain't going to respond right now because I shouldn't be saying what I'm saying, but I think that this is what I think it is. Like, I think that play that other people are using to sell us phones is exactly what this person is talking about. And I think that this is exactly why I'm not joking nor playing around with y'all. This is exactly why people end up fucking shit up. Because, see, I'm not laughing, joking, and playing, nor am I trying to be funny, nor am I worrying about what he's doing. What I'm saying is, what a lot of people do, and this is really messed up. Let's say it's a way for you to get free phones. People will teach people, yo, bro, like, yo, this is a play, right? This is a method that you can do, bro. And then what the bro does, instead of like being like, oh, all right, for sure, like, this is something that I can do to get more inventory, the person instead says, okay, well, I don't have enough capital, so I'm gonna do it with you, and then films it because he wants to film it because it makes that person look like he's doing all of this, that, and the third. Bro, if you was really doing it, my guy, you wouldn't be charging $2 or $3K for a course, my guy. Why would you charge $2 or $3K? If I charge you $2,000 or $3,000 in order to do this method, you better be able to recoup what? Probably $10K, right? Am I wrong? Why the this? And then what happens is, let's say I know what this method is. I know what the method is. I know what it is, and I personally don't do it, nor do I want to do it. And it's not necessarily illegal. It's definitely not. If this is what I'm thinking it is, it may not be what I'm thinking it is, but this would only make sense to be this. If this is that, I think that yeah, like, this is why people don't share things with people, because they do this. They try to monetize it instead of just making your bread, bro. Like, that's stupid. That's not smart. Like, it's really not. Like, I got to get this off I don't even want to deal with that. Because again, there's no method like that. Yeah. But guarantee you, let me tell you how you know. No, I'm not even gonna do that. Because I don't want to be that guy. Like, I don't want to be the guy throwing shots at people. But I will say this. Just look at history. You know what I mean? Just look at history and then see when people started saying certain things. There's no method that I think no, I understand. That's your understanding. If you guys, no, I'm not doing that. Do you have a eBay in your name? Do you have a eBay in your name now? Yeah, several. In my company's name. Does it seem like stuff always goes wrong with apps in this business? Yes, 100%. Yeah, Tall Guy Dom, why you so quiet, bro? Like, I'm just asking you. I'm not asking you to say anything, but I'm asking you, Tall Guy Dom. I'm asking you right now. Does this seem like a method that somebody could have got and now just trying to monetize? That's all I'm saying. Like, I can't make you comment, but I just know for a fact, because again, like I've been telling y'all, Tall Guy Dom, who is somebody that comments on here recently, or he comments a lot more recently, is somebody that I've been an entrepreneur with for a while. Okay. Okay. That's all I wanted to know. That's all I wanted to know. That's it. That's all I wanted to know. That's all I wanted to know. Yeah, if I pay 3K, I better make 10K. You know what I mean? And also it's like, why I gotta pay so high for a method? It's not a method. It seems like it will lead his father. So that's why he went 3K, because they ain't gonna be they ain't, they ain't gonna be out to recoup. He admitted though you have to have 5 to 10K to really take advantage. No, you I'm gonna tell you do, and I know what it is, bro. I know what it is. It's what I know it is. I know what it is. Once I hear method or play, I immediately think about it. Right? I don't know why my guy advertised it as a method, like, and that's what I'm saying. It had to be something somebody told him, and then he was like, "Oh, well, I'm a phone flipper, so I'm going to promote this." You know what I mean? Like, it has to be. 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 The slow grind is always a safe grind. If you watch my channel and if you are somebody that's a subscriber to me, just know, like, yeah, like I'm gonna tell y'all this, man. Like, if it looked too good to be true, it's too good to be true. We done seen too many people locked up and too many people in dumb situations. And I know y'all may like take what was being said like with a grain of salt, but it's not a joke, nor is it something that we're playing about. You're talking to people that are literally 6 figures. Like Tall Guy Dom is somebody I respect in a phone flipping game. He's the one that put me onto phone flipping. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. He's the one, even though we started together, but he's the one that literally taught me I could phone flip. Like, I was already phone flipping, but he's the one that taught me about buyers. He's the one, and that's why, you know what I mean. I appreciate you, Dom, but I'm giving you your flowers. You're the one that actually, like, I met my first buyer from Tall Guy Dom, and the reason why I'm asking him these things is because, yeah, bro, like, that's crazy for somebody to really come on the internet, and that's vile. You know, you want to know the funny thing, guys? This reminds me of insurance claims. And what I mean by that is I had a guy, it was an AE, account executive with T-Mobile. And this guy told me, he was like, yo, he was like, do you have any iPads in stock? I said, yeah, I got iPads in stock. He's like, all right, I need to buy all of your iPads that you have that are, it was like 2021 and higher. And I was like, okay. And he would always buy them. I'm like, yo, why are you always buying the iPads? Like, I know you're not using them. He's like, it's for customers. So I'm like, all right, cool. Long story short, I asked him, I said, well, like, what customers? Bring them to me and I'll give you a royalty or whatever. He was like, oh, no, because see, what I do is I take the iPads and I do an insurance claim, and he's already with, you know, the wireless carrier. So he's easily able to put them on lines and put the insurance and stuff. And long story short, then I started getting people selling me iPads. And I'm like, it's ironic that I just started selling used iPads to somebody and they told me they was doing insurance claims to get new iPads. Yeah, exactly. Yep, Andy. That this Assurance scams used to be one of the most popping scams out. If you are a phone flipper, if you're somebody that has been doing this for a while, you know for a Fendi fact that Asurion claims used to be one of the biggest scams that people that sold phones used to do. They used to go right here, right? They used to go right here, and they used to hit this right here. They used to get an account. I don't want to say too much because I don't want to give nobody no ideas. But they used to go right there. They used to go put a phone up on a little account. They used to do the little and then they used to be like, "Oh, it didn't come." And I know all of this because I used to ask questions like, "Yo, bro, how you getting all these phones?" And it takes time to actually understand and for people to break it down. But what happened was people broke it down to me, and then they stopped selling to me. I'm like, yo, bro, like, you ain't my friend no more. Like, what happened, bro? You don't bang with me no more? No, bro. I bang with you. It's just, you know, like everybody started doing it. And now, like, it ain't working. It ain't working. And I was mad. I'm like, yo, they cut my bread. Like, because you gotta be careful who you tell stuff to. And if you tell stuff to people, sometimes people monetize it and act weird. And like they want to monetize it because they're broke. And I'm not saying he broke. I'm not saying nothing about him. I don't even want to be that type of guy. It has nothing to do with him. It's just now you just got to deal with, like, I already know I'm gonna have to deal with people just coming to me and saying, yo, bro, like, I hope that, you know, you guys are smart enough. I would never invest 3K into anything, no. I would never invest 3K into a course. Unless that course going to change my mother freaking life. That course got to come with a yearly mentorship. Like, I got to be able to contact your ass and complain to you straight to your face. Got to take bits and pieces and put them together to see the final puzzle. Phone game is a dog eat dog world, and information is king. Yo, I'm tall guy Dom. You playing, bro? You need to get up on here, bro. That's a fact. It's all good. I figured you were busy because I remembered you had a call. Period. Ha ha ha. No problem. Yeah, I'm telling y'all this right now. Then sell. Yep, you're right. Yo, Andy, you know, Andy, my guy. Yo, Andy be knowing. Then sell it twice, and that's a fact. That's what they used to do. And like now, if you try to do it, it's a wrap. It's an icy dunny bun. They don't even do it no more. Like, you'll be lucky if you can do it. And people don't get the phones anymore to sell to you from Shorian, because the Shorian lost so much money because everybody started to do it. And now you got people again that don't know how to shut the heck up. Like, they just mama don't raise no idiot. Yep, she didn't raise an idiot, and that's a fact. And that's the thing. But one thing I will say, Andy, is it's amazing how, you know, people like, everybody doesn't have to do things like that. You know what I mean? And then when they do things like that, it's okay. Like, I'm pretty happy that, you know, like, if somebody goes out and does that 9 times out of 10, even in Philly, I'm going to recoup some of that. Like, I'm going to get some phones. So I'm not tripping. But what's annoying about it is that shows me a surge is about to come if this person has the reach and if people believe, which I know, I'm going to be honest, people that actually really get phones don't listen to people that say methods. They figure the methods out themselves. They're not going to pay nobody. Yep. Everybody can teach you something. But I will say, when they start asking for you to pay them certain amounts of money, I just email offer up. Hopefully they unbanned. If not, I should be good to keep rocking it out on the second phone. You know anybody just using second phone? You know anybody just using a second? Yeah. Of course. Yeah. I got employees that do that. But yeah, shout out to whoever asked me that question. They brought that to my attention. That's crazy, yo. That is out of pocket, like a pistol in a robbery. Like, yo, my man said, yo, I got the key to the method. Yo, email my assistant. There's no way if you be quiet. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna say this for the last time to all of my phone flippers. It's no way that you're gonna ever be able to own a phone flipping business. There's no such thing as a legit phone flipping business. You want to know what it is? You either turn that phone flipping business into a refurbishing business, into a buyback business. There's like no way for you to just flip phones by yourself and think that you're gonna make $100K. And it upsets me. It does. Because like, I really be, yo, tall guy Dom, DM me or something. It really bothers me because like, I really feel like, yo, I'm really the king of this phone flipping stuff. Like I really feel that way. Like I really do. I really feel like I'm the best phone flipper on YouTube. I do. And I want to say that because I really think that I really put in the work in real life and built real assets. But like people that like, I'm not saying nothing about this guy. I don't know this guy. I've seen his videos as far as like on thumbnails and stuff, but never been intrigued to watch him. I'm only watch phone flippers that I know, like, and now I only watch phone flippers that I know for a fact are lying because it's hilarious. Have you saved 100K from this business? I don't save money. Have I grossed? Yes. I don't save money though. I don't save any money. I just got a big check yesterday, and that check is gone. That check is gone. I don't save money. I spend money. I don't believe in saving any of my money. All my money works for me. It's out going and do its thing. I get money and then I'd be like, yo, get your ass out of there and start working. Get out of my account. The more money in my account, the more I get tracked. So get out there and go into something that's gonna make me some more money. You feel me? That's how I think of it. Like I don't think of like money as like, okay, let me hold on to it and see how much I can make or how much I can save. Because I feel like if I do that, then what is the point of having the money in the first place? But have I made 6 figures from my business, from my phone flipping business? I turned my phone flipping business into electronic business. I'm not like, I don't have a phone flipping business. I have like a, who's calling me no caller ID? That's crazy. Oh, yo. What's good, tall guy, Dom? You know I'm live, right? Of course. Hold on, I'm about to put you on speaker real quick. Yeah, you on speaker. It sounds like a jail sentence, right?
Yeah, it sounds like a jail sentence, don't it?
It sounds like some Major Tom.
Sound like a Hood Rich Pablo sketch.
Yo,
whatever his name is.
It honestly to me sound like he not getting enough from what he's been doing. So he's like trying to like, somebody told him to play and he's like, oh yeah. But like it also sounds like one of them people. Remember that person we was talking about from that state? It sounds like one of them people that don't know how to shut their mouths, and you know what I mean? They just want to run their mouth and move on and just teach people the wrong ways. And
Man.
we all know how that leaves people, So yeah, I just didn't, I don't understand it, but yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, man. Like I don't understand how like you can go on the internet and just be like say the word method and just think, okay, like people are supposed to take me seriously. Like anytime I see method, or play, run the play. This is the play. Like when you start making me feel like we're at the cookout playing football, and you talk about let's run the play. Like that's when I know I'm about to get hurt or I need to just get off the field.
Yeah.
He just and then he's flashing all the phones to like entice people to want to like deal with him. It's like he's a prostitute on YouTube. Like, you know what I mean? Like he's just like it's ridiculous, bro. Like I don't get it. Like and then like once he sends people to jail, then what? You know what I'm saying? Like what was supposed to happen then? Were you supposed to send more people to jail? Like MIB method. Like what? He's probably doing insurance fraud. It looks like insurance fraud to me.
It looks like that, or it looks like it really honestly looks like that gift card fraud. I don't know. Like it do look like insurance fraud though. It do because he said you can get your taxes back. You're right, actually. Yeah.
Get taxes back. I mean, well, I guess it just depends, but it's like, the whole just get like the way you do your content, you step by step teach people, how to make money and how to build this, build the stability, like the fundamentals of building a cell phone business. You
Yeah.
got this out there like, oh, like, do this. This is real quick because like the cell phone game, it's a day in and day out.
It's not quick.
No. And the most important thing about the cell phone game is saving money. You know what I'm saying? Whatever profits you make, you have to know how much money you're making, and you have to look at it from a percentage standpoint.
Yeah.
So like if a person,
what?
A person makes like $100 profit, but let's say that $100 might equate to like a 60-70% gain. And if you know you're making 60-70% of your money or 40% of your money, then you
exactly
be able to like, calculate the savings and stuff like that.
Right. And one thing that I peeped from that video personally, and that individual, as far as just what I saw, like, again, I don't want to start no YouTube wars or beef, you know what I mean? Because, I want everybody to succeed, but it's at the point to where when you start, like you said, flashing the phones in a box, that's crazy. Like, even like flashing it in a box shows me that there's an issue. You know what I mean? Because there's no way Apple's just letting you walk into the I don't know. Apple will not let you walk into the store and buy that many phones. Just to let y'all know. Isn't there a limit? Am I wrong? Andy, ain't it a limit? I think there.
I don't think there's a limit because I remember I went to the Apple store one time and I seen all these Chinese people, like it was like Sunday morning, it was all these Chinese people lined up from the front of the store to the back of the store, and it wasn't no new phones that was out. So I asked the lady, I was like, why are all of these people lined up on the wall? And she was like, all the vendors from New York come down to Delaware and grab all the phones. I was like, what?
Oh.
Because, Delaware don't have no taxes.
Yeah.
So, when we used to get our new iPhones or like get our phones fixed or whatever, we would always go to Delaware because we wouldn't have to pay that little extra $80 tax. Me and Brent was cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah. $80. We get something to eat with that. But, like for them, they take that extra $80. If you multiply that by like 10 phones, you get what I'm saying? They're probably making $800 profit up there in New York. So it's all about, finding your niche and then building off of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're lucky to have you teaching them the game, man, because like you said, a lot of people, they don't like to give out the information for free. And if they are giving out, like you said, I think one of the past videos that you was just talking about, it was this video, I think it was the last one where you were saying, you were talking about when people put the videos up, whatever they're telling their audience, either they've already done it or they're halfway telling you to do it. That's why, like when, God damn, she looked good. Excuse my language. Damn, Gina. Yeah, so
yeah.
You were saying like, so with like the information, like why come I'm buying this person's course and I'm not getting the same benefit as this person?
Yeah.
They're not giving you all of the information.
Yeah.
You're giving them all of the information. Like even this video, you're giving them the information on how to avoid,
getting banned.
Like,
Come
on now, bro. Like,
yeah. He's a scammer.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. But I don't want to say he's a scammer. I don't know him, so I don't want to say he's a scammer. But I want to say like, because I do want to give merit, like, because again, your face ain't on here, just your voice. You know what I mean? And
we gotta set up a call one day, man.
Yeah. Only the reason I'm saying this too, though, is because like I don't think like, and again, one thing I learned about YouTube and doing this for as long as I've been doing it is people that really have made money phone flipping aren't even on the internet. Like, and that's the crazy part. I don't think a lot of people realize is like, prime example, you've never thought of even coming on to YouTube or anywhere trying to teach people how to flip phones. You just want to do it. You get what I'm saying? And it's like, it takes a lot for me to like explain to people because they're like so easily hooked into like the dream. Like, oh yeah, if you want to do this and do that, they're easily persuaded to try and make money. And I think they don't understand. And I mean, you can contest because I'm sure you've made well over 100,000 in 6 months, let alone a whole year. It's like, what do you feel about quick money? Like, how do you feel about quick money? Because a lot of people want fast money, and people like what we just saw are promoting fast money. What do you feel?
Like them sugar iced teas we used to drink after high school every day. It tastes good, but then when it start tearing your teeth up, and you going to the dentist and you getting all these root canals and stuff, then it ain't fun. Like, because with fast money, it psychologically hurts people, because you start having this ego and pride thing where you feel like you're something that you're not. You just made a couple dollars.
Yeah,
and it goes fast. And so fast money and ego, they don't go hand in hand. They just don't.
Yeah, I think that is one of the best. That's a big point. Like, fast money doesn't go hand in hand with ego, and also fast money, from my experience, and honestly, you were always a grade higher than me. So I remember when we were in high school making money, and people asking you to buy them shoes and stuff from the mall. And I remember me skipping school, literally leaving. We used to leave out of the school. We used to just walk out and just go to the buffet and start eating and just chilling and just riding around, right? And we had fast money, and it wasn't scamming money. It was just, we were hustling. We were doing MLMs, and we were literally getting everybody in high school to sign up for stuff that, you know what I mean, we knew for a fact we didn't even understand, right? And it's like, that fast money didn't last because we didn't understand it, and we also didn't earn it in a way that we had to appreciate it. You know what I mean? And what I see on the internet, bro, is a lot of people are promoting now, like, this get rich quick stuff. And people, they're falling for it and losing a lot of money. And this was a really interesting one, because we done been there and done that. And then the thing is, bro, these be old ass people doing it. Like, they not even like our ages. And
they're not even young boys.
Yeah, like it's like, you should know better. Like, broski, like, come on, bro. And the only reason why we're talking about this, guys, is because, like, I'm not laughing, joking, playing about what I'm about to say. Like, we've made a bunch of money off of phones. Like, it's not even funny. So it's like, for us to like see things like this, it's very entertaining and funny, because we've spent days getting devices from people, picking devices up from people. We've traveled to places to pick devices up from people. You know what I mean? And now it's like everybody just thinks it's fast. Like, we put a lot of work into building ourselves up in a way, and also we lost a lot of money. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, we definitely got to tap in, bro. Definitely.
Yeah, we sure do, man. I'm glad we got to chop it up, man. I've been getting that work in this week. I ran 15 miles this week.
Yeah?
Yeah, man. I got it all on the Nike app and everything. So I'm going back out tomorrow. I've been doing 5 miles a day.
Okay. All right. Yeah, we definitely. I'm about to get back into the working out too, because I've been slacking. Definitely been slacking.
Just hit me, bro. We can hit the gym or whatever. But yeah, just hit me up, bro.
I got you.
Tell your fans, man. You know, we love them. We gonna give them a chance. We gonna give them a nice episode one day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm waiting on you, man. Like, listen, we can definitely. All right, bet. I got you.
All right, man. You be safe.
All right, you too. Peace. Yeah, y'all. I don't want to stick on it too much longer, but yeah, guys. I'm so sorry that you guys. Yeah, I appreciate, like, bring that stuff up to me, because I think that stuff is really entertaining. All right, let me read the comments. Dang, I gotta go all the way up. All right. I'm just talking, yeah, like Andy said, I'm just talking about just people in general, not one person. Wait, who is this scammer? The guy on the phone? No, the guy on the phone is not a scammer. The guy on the phone is somebody that has been doing phone flipping just like me. He's the one that introduced me to like phone flipping for real, the right way. I used to just sell them to people, not wholesale buyers. Nobody in particular, yeah, scammers in general. Gotta admit, I'd like to experience fast money just once. I mean, everybody should experience. That's a good point. I mean, maybe people should experience it because when I tell my daughter not to do something, like she just does it, and then like when she do it and sees that it's wrong, then she may not do it again. And I think like as humans, sometimes we got to do dumb stuff in order to like learn. You know what I mean? Like sometimes it's not enough to be told because like fast money literally sounds great. Like in order, like you can wake up and make 10 bands. That sounds really good. But like to be honest, if I love tacos a lot, if I was able to just buy tacos, or no, I could buy tacos. If I was able to get tacos like literally downstairs in my kitchen the same way I like them, like in California, I love the California tacos. If I had somebody making them every day for me, I would get tired of it, and I also wouldn't appreciate it. And it's the same thing with money. Like I've made so much money, to where like I just started spending on dumb stuff, and it was really stupid because like, dude, you should have just saved your bread, or you should have put your bread into something that made sense. And I always thought it would come back to me, so I never valued it, you know. Money's never been easy. I like to experience it just for a minute or two. I get it. I get it. So do you feel like when you're in the industry, you should deal with shady people who are stealing the phones? I made a bunch of money from people like that, but I like to have a good, yeah, you gotta tap in with the streets. You gotta, and that's what we're talking about. Like we've dealt with people just like the video we just watched. We just didn't deal with people that told us, hey, I'm doing this method. Hold on. I'm doing this method online. Literally, like they literally tell us, yo, bro, like, because I made a video a while back. Literally, after the guy told me, yo, I got this account, what I do, the dude told me, yo, what I was like, how you get your phones, bro? I ask people all the time because I'm just cool as shit. Like, I'll be like, yo, bro, what's up? Da da da. We get the phone, and then I'll be like, yo, bro, so like, how you get your phones? Like, and then they'll tell me, and they'll be like, one guy said, literally, he goes on dating apps, dates a girl for a few months, and then gets a phone on her account, or you know, ask her to get a phone. And he's like, yeah, like, and they always do because I give them bread too. And I showed it in a video before, and I remember being in the kitchen, and then my girlfriend was like, Brandon, like, you gonna show that? And I was like, yeah, these like I want to show people like the real. And then she was like, well, you know, listen, you gonna go to jail. I'm like, no, I'm not. She's like, well, if they find out that you're associating or buying it from somebody, and I'm like, but I brought it, but it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm like new, and I'm not gonna have the phones for that long. But regardless, it's like you asking, prime example, right? A pawn shop will take anything that you are giving them as long as you give them their ID, give them your ID and the consent that, you know what I mean, that you're selling it and everything, because they're just gonna put the blame on you. Same thing when I'm buying phones. I know I've always had IDs on file, and I also, if you're in my store, definitely do that. But if I'm meeting up with you and I think that you're shady, you're coming to my store, I need you on camera. Like, I need all that, because again, like, I am protecting myself, but I'm also not gonna lie to y'all and be like, oh my god, yes guys, you only deal with people that do the right thing. No, like, at the end of the day, if you're a real phone flipper and you're somebody really flipping phones, you're gonna deal with a scammer or two, maybe a whole bunch. Most of the scammers are in Miami. How do I know? Because I've got a bunch of phones from Miami. Like, I'm not, like, we're not perfect, but what I'm trying to say, and there's nothing wrong with what video we just watched. The only shocking and scary part is putting it out there and then trying to monetize it. That's kind of crazy. Like, that's bow, you know what I mean? Like, that's like, whoa. Especially when you do this and you have crackheads that walk into your store and say, oh, hey, I want to sell this iPhone 15 Pro Max for $12. Why $12? Well, I stole it. What? You know what I mean? So, like, that's just the life. But it's just different when you actually put that stuff. and charge people to learn how to scam. Like, that's crazy. Bandman Kevo does it, but like he does it in a different way. Everyone has a lesson to teach, not necessarily American. I feel like a lot of people who make a lot of money in this industry deal with those type of people. I don't like dealing with them. I'd rather do clean business. Why is that not clean business though? That is like, when you trade your phone in to T-Mobile because you just left AT&T and you don't want to pay your bill, does that mean T-Mobile or whoever is doing bad business because they took that trade in? Not necessarily. Like, it's not dirty business in my opinion, but everybody has one. I'm not saying. I mean, in my opinion, the phone industry is like a recycling thing. Like, everybody is doing something, but it's different when you putting it out there and like saying, it's a method. Like, hey guys, do you want to learn how to scam? Like that. Hey, do you want to learn how to scam, guys? Or hey, do you guys want to know how to do this gift card method? Or hey guys, I got something to teach you, but I can't disclose it. Like, stuff like that. Like, don't. What I'm saying is, don't make people think that's good business. You either deal with the streets or you deal with people who invest way too much in electronics and end up having to pawn them. You have to deal with the hood. You do. You have to deal with the hood because the hood always finds a way. Always finds a way. Yeah, because deep down, they're stealing them. Well, how else are you going to get phones that are sealed? Somebody just going to give them to you? I mean, yeah, deep down, that they're not, I don't think, stealing them. That's the difference. Yes, I have brought phones from people that were employees that just walked out with safe full of phones. I have. But I've also dealt with people that have put down payments, but the down payments were small, but they put down payments down and got the phones. So, I mean, I don't think that's stealing. If you put some bread down, it's not stealing because it's going to go on whoever credit. So it's not stealing, but I don't do those things. I personally just buy phones in my store. I'm just a little itty bitty phone flipper that just, just trying to make a living. That's it. And that's it. I'm just small phone flipper, just trying to make a living. That's it. Paid $200 or $300 and then sold, you mean? No. They paid $57, $68, $78 for a down payment, as far as like just paying taxes. Excuse me, not down payment, taxes. You go in, Andy, let's say you go ahead with your grandmother and you go into a store and then she just finances a phone for you and you're like, oh, okay, thank you, grandma, I love you. And then you walk out, your grandmom only says you had to just pay the taxes to me. And you're like, okay. And then you just pay the $78 and then you have a monthly bill. But instead of paying a monthly bill, you sell a phone to me. Oh, Lil Ken, you my guy, man. We got to tap in more, Lil Ken. I'll bang with you because you just hit the hammer on the nail with, y'all, I had this FedEx guy, right? And a UPS guy. They came into my Frankfurt location every single Tuesday, but they didn't come in uniform, right? I didn't know they were carrier, like I didn't know they were like couriers, right? So boom, phone, they keep coming in, right? So I keep seeing them on the camera. I'm like, yo, why these people keep coming in? Like, when I see somebody keep selling phones, I get suspicious, right? So I asked them, like I told you, I always ask because I want to know what type of time. I want to know if I need you to go into the store or I can meet you somewhere else, right? So I asked the one guy, I'm like, yo, bro, how you keep getting these phones? They were sealed. Like, how you keep getting these phones, bro? He like, bro, I work at UPS. And nothing else need to be said. And I'm like, oh, all right, for sure. And he was like, yeah, like I'm about to quit anyway. That's always what they say. I'm about to quit anyway. So, like, you know what I mean? I just need to you woo. And then, okay, I'm gonna hear that. But then he stopped coming, and that's when I knew he got fired. Oh, I never dealt with those myself, knowingly anyway. I mean, I get you. I mean, if you don't want it, yeah, don't ask. But I have to ask because I'm the type of person I want to know. You remember somebody on your live named Dan? That was me. Okay. Shout out to you, Dan. Or yeah, Dan or Ken, whatever. What? Yeah, just shout out to you, regardless, bro. You lit. I like your perspective, and you have a real perspective. Like you ain't. I mean, you really being honest with what you're saying. Like you're really talking. Like I like authenticity. You know what I mean? You're authentic. Part of the problem to flipping was I kept looking but couldn't find wholesalers in my area. Yeah, I mean, wholesalers 9 times out of 10 won't be in your area. Or you mean wholesale sellers? Or are we talking about like people that were just selling phones to you to sell to a buyer? We were talking about this before. Oh, okay. Yeah, my memory bad, broski. Like I be doing like 10,000 things at once. Like right now, my brain is somewhere else, and I'm still talking about this. I was dealing with consumers who had bloated phone. Yeah. And you want to know that's why people change and switch to scammers. To be honest, I meant wholesalers. Okay, yeah. So I mean, this turned into something else. But you know, that's why I like going live because like it'd be funny. Like it just be funny. Because I really don't understand this. I really don't. I don't understand what I just saw. To be honest, I just feel like we are in a dark time. Like everybody don't got the bread to be doing certain things. So like people will do anything, especially like people in my position. Not talking about that guy. I don't really, you know what I mean? Let's forget about him because it ain't even about him. It's just because one thing I don't do is I don't play about other people's bread. Like I don't ever want to like stop somebody from making bread. But then I also don't want to like I can't hold it. Like if somebody pisses me off, I don't hold it back. If I feel some type of way, I'm gonna just say it, right? And like I feel like a lot of people just want bread. Like that's just it. Like the phone flipping game turned from like teaching people how to phone flip, even if you really didn't know how to phone flip, it turned into like, let me just lie and show you my Tesla or show you what I got. But what I learned about that is when you show people what you got, yeah, you gain value from broke people that don't know where to spend their money, but also you sort of kind of like lose yourself. Again, I had a Trackhawk. My stuff got totaled, and I felt like some type of way. Like it was depressing to me. And I'm like, yo, I can't let a material thing like, you know, make me. And like you turn your life into like, oh, look what I can do, or look what I have. And it's not like that. Like you should never live like that. I've been flipping for a year consistently now, made about 45K profit. Okay. Could be at 70K or 80, but I always cut off them boys who stealing. I want no part. Like I mentioned, I like to have, and one thing I will say, Lil Ken, is I get what you're saying, but you ain't never going to maximize your phone flipping business like that. Because one thing I will tell you, a real boss and a real CEO of a company doesn't care about a conscience. Now, and the only reason I'm telling you this, broski, is because like I get your mindset, but like that type of mindset, them feelings that we have, like I had a feeling about a girl that I hired. She stole AirPods from me, but I knew she needed the money, and she stole it. I saw her on camera, and I never forget this. I saw her on camera. I recruited her from. I didn't recruit her. She asked me to work. She used to work at McDonald's. She lived up the street from the store. I'm like, all right, bet. She stole AirPods. I called her into the office, talked to her about it. Felt bad because she needed the bread. Let her keep the bread. Everything was cool. My conscience was like, yo, do good and you'll get good, right? So 8 months later, found out she was still stealing and took a lot of like stuff, and had a guy actually come into my store and try to rob me. Well, not me, but my employee. And like what I learned is having a good, and I have several other stories of having a good conscience. Having a good conscience at the end of it all will leave you below the other person that does not have emotions in business. I don't have any emotions in business. I don't have any feelings in business. Well, I do, but I try to remind myself when I do to cut it out, because I've lost so much money having feelings and so much money shying people away, when at the end of the day, little Ken, I got a family to feed, broski, and I know you got a family to feed. And if Best Buy can buy phones, GameStop can buy back phones, pawn shops can buy back a whole bunch of items and cover their asses, but also maintain their profit, I'm going to do the same exact thing, because I don't see myself any lower than them. And at that point, it's not the CEO that's doing it. He's actually having employees do it. But still, I'm not going to stunt my growth because I won't, or I need to feel some way. Now, if you do people dirty, karma comes back to get you. I don't feel like me doing a transaction. And if I do know my feelings are invested in it, I will stop asking the discovery questions that would ruin, my conscience. But don't ever take that feeling or the emotions you have into business, even though it is easy for us to do because we are compassionate people. Don't let that hinder your business. If you could be making 70K, but you're only making 45 because of your feelings, then that just tells me that maybe 45K is your ceiling and where you're supposed to be. Because sometimes, like Jay-Z is a great example. Jay-Z had to be emotionless for a few things for him to be able to get to where he's at. If you study him and you study what he's done, and sometimes you got to leave friends behind that you loved. Sometimes you got to separate. Listen, like I said, when I walked into this crib, I'm like, yo, I got to spend some time with my kids. But I'm like, yo, I really got to get this done and that done. And what I do, I got what I had to get done. And I said, you know what? I got enough done. I went to go see Despicable 4 with them. And then I came home and got on here and finished. But it's like, I had to separate that feeling I had and be like, well, let me understand what I got to do. You know what I mean? Let me understand what I got to do to be able to provide for my daughter so she don't have to work for another man and have to be degraded for another man. Let me tell y'all something. Just a really, really quick story. This is a really personal one. Won't say no names because it's 100% true. I actually, you guys know I own phone stores. I own one phone store. I had managers that were on PTO. I gave PTO for like a bonus, right? Everybody can just go. So they went, and I had one new manager filling in for one store. Long story short, that manager was not as qualified as I thought and wanted, but I kept them because I had emotions. I knew that person needed the bread. He ended up coming to work drunk, offering one of my employees a bottle. They took the bottle, drugged the person, and then took her into the bathroom and was trying to do something to her. She texted me all drunk and stuff, and I sped to that store and handled my business. But always in my conscience, I'm like, yo, I wish I wasn't as emotional, because then I would have made a business decision instead of making a decision based on my feelings, and somebody wouldn't have been in harm's way. You know what I mean? Okay, if that person needed to work, they could have got another job somewhere else. I knew that person wasn't qualified. Now I potentially put somebody else in danger, even though she didn't have to do that and drink and all that stuff at work, which isn't allowed. I could have, I blame myself because I had to, I should have thought better. I know there's something bigger out there for me to, yeah, there's always something bigger, but the bigger opportunity so if I can't scale a business using the mental I already have, even if I did get to 100K, I could probably be getting at 170K, but my mental is always holding me back. Realistically, nobody ever became successful being 100% aboard. Yeah, being 100% positive and always being 100% non-bad business is not they always push the boundaries. You always got to push the boundaries because their boundaries are always being pushed on you. As long as you ain't exactly, as long as you ain't really just screwing people over and stuff like that, yeah. Like, and again, this is stuff people won't really tell you. A business owner ain't really gonna tell you, hey, I push boundaries. Like, what? Major corporations that I've sat Verizon. I've met with one of the CEOs in Harrisburg for like Verizon Fios at the time, back in the day. Because we had like the sales little conference. It was a woman and she was really awesome. But she told me, she was like, yeah, I got people knocking door to door and I'm paying them crumbs. And I'm paying them crumbs because they'll take it. I'll never, it's so many conversations behind closed doors I've had that make me think the way I think. You know what I mean? Do you think flipping is bad/dead? I don't think flipping is dead. I don't talk about flipping as much because there's so much. I mean, it's dead on YouTube. There's so many liars. Why should I sit there and teach people how to like get a price list and how to like really flip phones when you got all of these people buying views, all of these people lying and getting people to pay $1,000 for a course? Like, it's like, no, people really don't want to know how to do it. Like, people really don't want to know how to flip phones because they just want to make money, not income. They just want to people just want fast bread, and like fast bread is cool, but like, dude, you're really worth way more, and that bothers me a lot. You know what I mean? That bothers me a lot. And I don't think phone flipping is ever going to die. Phone flipping is only going to build. But people want to. So here's the thing. Phone flipping content is boring. Making phone flipping content is boring because phone flipping isn't like something like product listing and flipping, because product, like reselling products, I got the product box. I can teach people how to unband themselves. I can teach people this and that. But like phone flipping, where I'm gonna keep teaching you the same thing over and 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 over. Like, where I'm gonna keep making videos about the same thing. Look at phone flipping videos. How many phone flipping videos are the same exact thing? They're just different titles and different BS and lies. Like, it's literally the same. And that's why you'll see a lot of phone flippers creating bull crap just to keep their YouTubes going, because they put their YouTubes based upon just phone flipping. I remember I had a guy that was a mentee, and this guy was really, really good. He had a really, really good like head on his shoulder. And then he was in my Discord. Everything was cool. And like, he never did nothing bad to me, but he went and started his own YouTube and wanted to do content. And he Frankenstein what I told him and what he learned. And I was so proud of him. But then, and he was getting more views than me. And then he just stopped. And then I hit him up recently. I was like, yo, bro, where you at? Like, how's everything? You good? Like, yeah, I'm still flipping phones. I just like, I'm not putting, no more content because I don't have nothing else to put. And I'm like, yeah, I get it. But like, when you a real hustler, like, and I'm saying he's not a real hustler, but my definition of a hustler is not the fact that I just flip phones. Like, I build empires. Like, I don't just flip phones. And I'm not trying to like gas myself. What I'm trying to say is, I always think literally, not just trying to be an Eric Thomas and speak motivationally. I literally every mother freaking day think about how I'm gonna get 1% better. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, I literally always want to reinvent. What's wrong?
Nothing.
Okay. You want me going upstairs? All
I
right.
have nothing to do. Game around has electronics, but I have nothing to do. All I have to do is just watch TV.
Well, we already talked about how you acted today, so again, I'm not giving you no tablet right now. Okay? It's not happening right now. We'll see. Keep acting. You acting pretty good right now. Okay? Keep it up.
I can't play with my dogs.
Yes, you can. Go ahead. You good.
But now I'm just gonna watch TV.
All right. Go ahead, Nyla. I don't know what you All right, you can do it. Go ahead. But yeah, like it's definitely very it's very interesting. So no, I don't think it's dead. I just feel like if you're really trying to learn how to flip phones, you want to put yourself in a room with a phone flipper. You know what I mean? Because putting yourself in a room and then being around one every day shows you more than what a video would. Because the video can't really teach you how to phone flip, like at all. My daughter is so crazy, yo. Nala, close the door a little bit, please, because I can hear that. All right. But yeah, like yeah. So that's the thing. That's the thing with phone flipping. I just people just come up with the craziest stuff. Like I got to the point. Anytime I saw one of those pics on OfferUp or Facebook, I would ask if they get phones off. Yeah, like phone flipping is just so rinse and repeat. It's crazy. It really is. Appreciate you, Don. Appreciate you. So it's at the point, guys, where to recap what we talked about today. Again, like y'all see, I was just talking to my daughter, right? One thing I want to say, like I'm gonna say this and recap. We're gonna get off. I'm almost been on here for 3 hours. And that takes a lot of time, while it's still summer where I'm at for the kids, they go back soon to school. But like it takes so much time to do things like this. It takes so much time. And like time to me is more valuable than money. You know what I mean? So like, as somebody may say, like, oh, well, I want to make money and I want to be, at this point, like me personally, I just want to have more time. Like that's me. Like I want to have more time and I value my time more than money. So I take a big sacrifice just doing business in general. So like when it comes to unbanning, when it comes to any of that, you have to understand it's a process. It's not easy. And when it comes to phone flipping, like that video we just saw, don't worry about just getting fast money. Don't worry about, like, you can follow whatever you want to follow, you can pay whatever you want to pay. But I will say this: there's no way of you making 100K phone flipping. There's no way. I've tried that part. I've tried to do it without a store before, and just because I tried doesn't necessarily mean you can't do it. You're right. But one thing I will say is I don't even want to say it's not possible. Let me not say that, because that would be irresponsible of me and I would contradict myself, because I don't know what anybody's capable of. So I do need to stop saying that. One thing I will say though is when it comes to phone flipping, I hear a lot of dreams being sold, and it takes a village. Okay, it takes a village to really start phone flipping and start a business. You have to start a phone flipping business, which would transfer into like a reselling business, or a buyback company is really nice. So if you want an idea for a business, a lot of businesses need buyback companies. And what is a buyback company? A buyback company is a company that buys phones from large companies. And the large companies that have like Verizon, but they're coming over to T-Mobile, they're like looking for buyback partners. They're looking for people that will buy their phones back. And like a A13 prime example, I just had a client just ask me, because We Supply is a buyback company. They asked me to buy 500 A13s, $5 a piece. Like, are you serious? Like, yes, I'll take that, and then I'm going to resell them to a buyer. So, like, that's a good one. But it's so many different little businesses. But phone flipping, people sell that dream and try to make you think that people want to sell that dream to try and make you feel enticed to buy from them. One thing you always going to get is I'm gonna promote some stuff now, but the stuff that I'm promoting, I'm always willing to get on the phone. I'm always willing to get personal, because I understand everybody learns different. You know what I mean? So, all right, guys, I gotta get off. And I'm gonna continue to go live, and hopefully we do more lives like this with this time frame where we actually are spending time together and actually answering your questions. And hopefully you guys are coming away from these lives feeling like you're getting more. That is my hope, and hopefully you guys are liking the video too. But that's my hope. Make sure you guys subscribe to Hustler Taught Me on YouTube. That is my YouTube that I'm pushing right now. So I'm curious. Let me see something. That's something that I'm really pushing. Is to no, not the website. So yeah, that's something I'm pushing, and I want you guys to definitely be a part of it, and I want you guys to make the most out of whatever opportunities you have, but also remember not to compromise. Oh, the Eagles is. I definitely got to get off. No, don't compromise yourselves. You feel me? Don't compromise yourselves. Don't go and just learn from any methods. Okay. All right, guys. Yo, why can't I find my dang YouTube? Oh, I'm like, what the heck? Make sure y'all subscribe to my YouTube. I'm on the road to 1K. You feel me? Subscribe to this YouTube. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys like a fat kid love cake. And I'll talk to you guys later. Make sure you guys are making money work for you, not working for the money. I'm gonna see you guys at the top because it's too crowded at the bottom. If anybody feels any disrespect from this video, you can contact me directly. My number is 445-500-9600. I don't want no problems, but if it's a problem, we can make a solution. All right, guys. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. you.